Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 6, Episode 2, Simone and Garwinkle. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan, the God Carver Ritzolo.
Always great to be here to exact some revenge.
Aha, it is a long time coming on this one. Shane as Fleet Admiral Zavid.
Oh, this is going to be a good episode. Just you wait.
Indeed, I'm very excited. Elliot as Reese Guiltleaf, the Secret Scourge.
All I kept thinking about was you spelling over your words. Joke's on me. Saying Shadow Valley. I was gonna make a joke about that, but I can't anymore.
Shadow Valley is going to be when the game ends.
I know.
And Ash as Hierophant Danny Arion.
I can't believe how many times our names changed over the years.
It's crazy how many titles you all have had, that's
You
for
know
sure.
what?
I could probably make one. They'd be long, especially Zavid's. His is crazy long.
I
As
want
always.
the next time
Not
you
by
do this,
choice.
I want
You
Yeah.
decided, like, I'm
single
going
one
to
of-
make you this.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
did. You did the one tirade thing where you wrote like 50 of them.
That's true, but
I
again,
want-
you gave me a lot of fuel.
That's true, I did.
I want the next time you do this, I want every single one of our names.
Challenge accepted. As always, I am Lumpy Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra witnessed the firing of a superweapon. Floating in space, the stellar degenerator was reprogrammed. Instead of vaporizing Galarian, the black hole imprisoned within its core, it was converted into a space-time warper. The plan? Accelerate Rovagug's local time to extend its life, evaporating it away into nothingness. To keep the massive megastructure from falling into the hands of the Devourer cult, Khan's familiar pipette transferred the stellar degenerator into Lao Shupo's Dimension of Secrets. The threat having been neutralized, Lux Et Umbra was escorted back to Galarian by King Jarek Assyrian and a small contingent of the Corpse Fleet. During the journey, Danny and Reese put their heads together, recalling all they could from every smutty romantasy novel they had ever consumed. Psychically flooding their captured Lamashtan bioship with the sexy adventures of the Bard and the Barbarian, the Elven besties did their best to distract Skitrix, machine speaker of the hive mind. Having seen memories of a small pink-haired humanoid watching dozens of live feeds from all the places Lux Et Umbra frequent, Reese suggested a sweep of Etrin's Folly to remove spy cameras from the town. The Sunrise Maidens set down outside the thriving village, yet our heroes wasted no time in splitting the party. Danny and Reese made a beeline for the Steel Brazier, the shop of Krek Longwalker, local tailor and resident drag queen. Clothes were neatly folded, all in their correct place, save for a pile of clothes on the floor. A strange sight. Krek is normally fastidious to the point of OCD, so it struck Danny as highly out of character for him to leave a mess, even one this small. Reese discovered a golf ball-sized hole in the back of the shirt, raising only more questions. At the feed mill, the local watering hole, Khan and Zavid found a familiar scene. A tavern left undisturbed, except 4 empty piles of clothes with a hole in them. Alarmed at the sudden disappearance of the townsfolk, Lux Et Umbra began to investigate. Their hearts sank as they realized their close friends and neighbors were all missing. Delma, Flonk, this one, Amora, Krek. Panic began to rise until Danny used her druidic magics to speak with the potted orchid in Krek's sewing room. The flower, calling itself Alabaster, explained what it saw. A huge red snake, creeping through the window, biting Krek on the back when he suddenly disappeared. A horse at the feed mill's stable told Danny it saw a massive red creature with the tail of a snake, having passed by a few days prior. Immediately, Zavid warged into the eyes of his ether spider familiar Wisp. Thankfully still alive and phased into the granite walls of Shadow Valley, Wisp gave a crucial view. Standing upon the rare mushrooms was a massive mech prosthetic, piloted by a pink-haired gnome woman. Near her was a huge red creature with a cobra for a tail. Shadow Valley, home of Lux Et Umbra, had been infiltrated by the enemy. Needing answers, Zavid contacted longtime friend and ally Betelzetrax, the ancient silver dragon. The worm had never heard of this creature, but the hints of a genetically engineered monster rang familiar. His ancient rival turned friend Ciprogrod the Fury Dragon had told Betelzetrax of his time captured by the Cogito Machinists. Handing the sending spell over to the metal-plated copper dragon, the situation was explained. Ciprogrod's nostrils flared with anger, uttering the name Garwinkle, which struck a memory in Zavid. Long ago, during the siege of the Cogito Machinus, Zavid stumbled upon a medical textbook, still in his bag of holding to this day, explaining the invention of negatronic prosthetics, written by one Dr. Skimblenook Garwinkle, MD. Now armed with a name and a quickly approaching Fury Dragon, Lux Et Umbra formed a plan. They must infiltrate their own base of operations, Shadow Valley, via the secret escape tunnel Zavid had been carving out for a year in his paranoia. How much has the enemy learned? How many friends have disappeared? How will Lux Et Umbra take their home back? And this is where we come in today, where last we left off. Lux Et Umbra was within Etran's Folly, heading back towards the secret entrance to Zavid's escape tunnel. Now, a secret entrance. Secret tunnel! You know, Zavid, that the exit is where you first came in. You connected a tunnel to the underground tunnel beneath Halid's hideout. Where we come in, you are leading the way up to this hideout, and where once, well, shouldn't say stood, where once was a pile of rubble where Halid's house, ramshackle house was, is now overgrown with trees, bushes, plants, and shrubbery. I don't know if this ever happened in game, but I wanted to honor Jake a little, because he did tell me ages ago that Dirge would have raised plants over here to cover this area, so that no one else would ever be able to get under the house again. So I have overgrown Halid's house in line with Jake's wishes. So you walk up and you see where once was a rubble pile of a house. There's verdant greenery. You wouldn't be able to access that tunnel. There was a little hatch down, but it's now overgrown by roots. You know the only way in Zavid is through the water out to the northeast.
Okay.
I believe that is where we come in proper.
So, it's been a while since I've been this way.
Quite a while.
It's, in fact, is this that like waterfall?
Yeah, I believe it is. It's where you first met Lux Et Umbra.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to go through a waterfall, yes.
Yeah, and I realized that too, like walking over, because I don't never go this way really. It's been, God, in game, how long has it been? Like,
about a year, at least 9 or 10 months, at least.
It feels, obviously to us as players, it feels much longer.
It's
But
been like 4.5 years.
I think Zavid also feels like it's been longer than that. As he's like walking this way, he kind of stops and he looks around and he goes, "This is strange. Does this feel strange to you?" He kind of turns to you guys.
This is where we found him, wasn't it?
Yes. This is where I saw the sun for the first time.
Oh yeah, you ate that dog that was trying to attack you.
A dog?
I did.
It was like an evil dog. It was different.
Okay.
It was a hungry dog that was not being fed well, and I was very hungry. It was eat or be eaten.
Okay, so
and I
it's
looked
dog
at Ares.
versus
I'm like,
dog, got
Ares
it.
gets it. He would know.
Oh, yes, I have eaten dog as well. Oh, if hungry enough, you put enough hunger on something, it tastes delicious. Hunger makes the best sauce.
I translate.
Before I go over to where I know our hidden entrances, I want to look over the edge. Over here, I think this is like a cliff, and there's should be water down here. I don't know.
No, that's actually a bit of a mountain. It goes up. The water is just to the north. Yeah.
Oh, this is the okay. Sorry, I all right, understood. I walked to the wall.
Before you get that far, give me a perception check when you get to the right about there. When you get to the fork in the road.
Okay.
Everyone can roll it, but specifically Zavid. Oh, more than enough. Dang, okay, 246s. If you want, either of you can roll to see if you see it. You don't have to at this point. That's enough for Khan. And Danny, again, you don't have to roll, but you can if you want.
But I don't think I want to roll.
Okay. So Zavid, what you feel the hairs on your forearms start to stand up as you can feel magic swirling around you. And you look to your left into the grove of trees, and you see the body of a tree split open magically as a portal appears. You recognize this spell. It's very similar to your Inshard Stride. It's just Tree Stride. And out from the tree...
Mount upon hill?
Nah, that would be sweet, but no. Out from the tree steps a man of metal, holding a bow staff, head to toe, plated in metal. And he says to you, "Hello, Lux Et Umbra. I was hoping to catch you here. It is I, Cyprogrod. I come in these good times to aid you in the destruction of this goddamned gnome. So, shall we away?"
Wow,
I love that
Cyprogrod,
it's
Why is he-
Anything you say. Anything.
You lost a lot of weight, buddy.
the
It's my-
corrugated steel
Isn't that
for the
sick?
texture is kind of funny. I like
That's
that.
really
When did you
fun.
get hot?
He's always
my-
been hot, Danny.
This is my humanoid form spell. I did not want to frighten the townsfolk.
Well,
I had
You might
beacons
not need
of
to
tracks
worry
open this
about
tree
that.
for me.
Consider us unfrightened.
Oh, and I
sorry,
can...
we were having a bit of a moment.
Anyway.
I first entered this plane from this place and saw the sun for the first time, so I was lost in memory.
I apologize for interrupting.
No, we need to focus on the task at hand. I think we should
Indeed.
talk about our strategy with dealing with this Garwinkle. She is, I think, unaware of what we've been through, as we have not been on Golarion this entire time. She's been watching Shadow Valley and the places that we frequented early on, but we've been to some pretty out there places since, and as you can see, I've gained the power when we were on other planes of existence.
I can feel it emanate from all of you.
I don't think she knows about this, but I don't want to underestimate her preparedness. If she is unaware of what we've gone through, perhaps we could use that to our advantage. And then I'll look to you guys, because I gotta blow my nose. So give me a sec.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Link on Arwen and
Mhm.
Ares.
Okay, that's splits damage up into you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, sick. Okay.
Reese, Khan, you take one of each. And just keep them safe.
Hell yeah. You should be able to control them on the map. And who wants which?
I want Ares.
Okay,
Okay,
so here
perfect.
I'm sharing Arwen first. So Eldritch, go ahead and close that.
Mhm.
And then Elliot, close this. There's Ares. You should be able to literally control them from that window. And then you should be able to move them around on the map. And then and then Danny cast 2 first level spirit links. Fantastic. All right.
Very well. I know that you told me to meet you here. How do we get to your headquarters?
Into the grove. I say, I had been working, or setting my minions to work on another entrance, a secret entrance into the cave that we could either use for escape when we started, but now that we are strong enough, we will use it as a way in that they will not expect. I also still have some minions loyal to us that can help us. They'll be able to.
It should be quite a boon. Do not underestimate Garwinkle's intelligence.
I'm thinking I will go inside their beast. Along with, who's coming with me?
Danny.
It was me.
Danny. Danny and I will go inside the beast. We will find the victims, sever their connection to the beast, and free them. My minions on the outside will help
ferry them to safety while you and everyone else take on Garwinkle and the beast physically. Make sure that they can no longer... Do not kill the beast with the people inside, or with us inside. I don't know what will happen. We might get
Yes.
blinked off to another plane of existence.
We need to hold it off, not kill it. I can do this.
We
Or
can restrain
perhaps
it. That would
Reese.
be ideal.
Reese, we can dance between it.
Absolutely. I'll get its under.
And from there, I think we are good to go. I do not underestimate Garwinkle, but she will be underestimating us. And we work best when we think on the fly.
This is good to know. I have heard of your exploits. You were able to destroy the Kogito machinists, save myself. I know that you are capable. Let us get this done.
All right.
And actually, it's behind the waterfall. The trees, I may not have been clear. Dirge wanted to like ruin that entrance that was in the
Oh,
house.
he
ruined it.
Got it.
Yeah, with like roots and overgrown stuff. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna need to come back here to this waterfall here. Do you do anything special, or do you just walk through? Do you do a perception check? This is up to you. What do you do here? You are aware that there is a cave behind this waterfall.
I have an umbrella, and I'll do like water walk, so I can just walk through it.
As a 20th level cleric, that may as well be a cantrip at this point. So, move Reese and Danny up here, get the pup and the cat. All right.
I think I can make it so that we all water walk.
Easily. So I will open up this first cave here. You recognize a room filled with plants and lilies and other things because it has been slowly flooding in here. With Halid not being here, not taking care of the place, the water from the waterfall has been slowly leaking in. So a lot of plants have been growing. There's frogs. A lot of the barrels and crates that were in here before when you fought Halid have been destroyed by water damage. So there's just garbage in here. Give me quick perception checks, everyone, please.
I cast perceive.
Ooh,
Oh,
Khan.
okay.
Wow. Zavid and Khan, good lord.
Sorry,
And
I
Danny.
was trying to look for
And Danny, wow.
perception on Arwen's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Reese does not notice. You walk through the waterfall without an umbrella, Reese, and your hair melts into your eyes, so it's completely down in front of your face. So you don't see this at all. But what the rest of you see is sitting up on the island right next to where Khan is, because I had it invisible, is Brick the Copper, your kobold friend of the Bold Ones. He looks exhausted and kind of frightened. In fact, with all of you seeing him not seeing you, he's on his side, laying next to a small campfire. What do you do when you... Because you spot him first. What do you do with those rolls? Jeez. And as soon as you do that, he has a spear out in front of your face.
I'm gonna use
Almost
my
faster than you
shadow.
can tell.
I want to use my shadow to like close his mouth. Like silence. It is us. I'm going to let go, and you're going to speak to us quietly, so that we can rescue our friends. Okay?
Hey, it's great to see you. Where did you come from? Things have gone crazy since you left.
We are aware.
I
We
only
know
barely
of
managed to
who-
escape.
Where's the
We know
others?
of-
Gone. We tried to fight that thing, and the snake tail, it bit him, and they turned it. Have you ever seen a grape turned into a raisin?
No.
Not in like real time, but yes.
It's like it turned a grape into a raisin in 3 seconds. It pulled everything out from their insides, and then it ate the skins, or absorbed it. I don't know what I was seeing. It's the scariest monstrosity I've ever seen in my life. All I could do was run. I'm faster than the others. Now I wish I weren't. It should have been me, not Sugar Wanter. Not Jimothy. Not Brick. Or, not Fork.
Khan is
Rick,
gonna,
it's
like,
okay.
grab him by the shoulders and be like, you can't think like that, man!
Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together!
Hold on, I'm a doctor. Let me handle this. You can't think like that, man. Pull yourself together.
That would actually work for
That
Brick.
is like, this requires a softer touch. Let me handle this. You can't think like that, man. Pull yourself together. Rue just takes her turn slapping Brick.
Then Reese is like, no, you're wrong, Danny. He needs tough love. Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together!
No, you're right. You're right, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. Everyone else, I've been sneaking around town. They're gone too. Everyone's gone.
We
I'm the only
know.
one left.
We are surprised that you survived, and you may yet help us rescue everyone. Some of my minions are still alive, well, in a manner of speaking. They were not destroyed or even found by the one responsible, a gnome named Garwinkle.
Yeah,
This is her
pink-haired gnome.
project.
But she's got like this big metal thing that she sits in. It's got like a claw.
We know about this as well.
Okay.
Again, I have my face spiders in the
Wisp and Wordwalker. Yes, of course. Oh, I'm so glad to hear they're okay.
They're okay, and some of my undead that made a tunnel are okay. A tunnel that you might not know about. Follow us, and we'll show you a way in.
Tunnel? No, I didn't know about this. Of course, yes, lead on.
I don't know where the tunnel is from here. Is it just back here?
Just keep following the fog of war.
Okay.
I will open up the next room. You don't need perception checks for this one because it's extremely obvious. Visibility. Stop. Go back a little. Right about that big square thingy. Yeah.
Okay.
When you get into this room, all of you are naturally sneaky enough. I'm not even going to make you roll stealth checks. When you get into this room, you see that there is a massive crab, the size of like a Kodiak bear, and many dozens of smaller crabs inside this room in your way.
I want it.
Danny, can you make a nature check and see what they eat? I want to bribe them.
Yeah, nature.
I don't want to fight these things.
CTC
And I
40.
don't-
I
Yeah.
want to keep it.
Reese is like, that's a big
Reese
crap.
aids. You're trained, so that's 1. You can have guidance from Zavita's. You can have a +2, Danny. Ooh, that was almost a really good. Oh, that was enough actually with the +2. Yeah. So yeah, what do? You're a beast speaker, so you can speak to it.
Well, we want to know, like, what do they
Oh,
eat?
what do they eat? They're crabs, so they are scavengers. They eat basically anything, but they would
Okay.
prefer stuff to be a little grody. Like if you have some kind of grody meat.
I mean,
I immediately
That looked
at
as a
Zavita.
mean.
What meat
Gritty
did you
meat man.
forget?
Grody meat man.
Danny, would you like to speak to these crabs and parlay for passage through this area?
I give her the grody meat to give to them. They're not gonna eat you. You're undead. They're gonna think you are foul, but they might eat us if they think they can kill us. So maybe you
Okay.
can talk to them.
Have a new pet? Sure. Gonna walk up to the crab.
Halt. Who goes there? You enter the realm of the Crab King, Philosopher.
Oh, you're so cute. Are you
I
hungry?
am mighty. Clack, 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 clack.
And all the little crabs raise their claws. Clack, 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 clack,
Oh
clack,
my
clack, clack, clack.
god.
They're so cute.
All hail the Crab King.
I have some business that way, and I have something to feed you. If you let us through, we have more where this comes from.
You have the Crab King's interest. What offering do you bring my realm?
Grody meat.
A fine tribute to our king.
And it picks it up, it sniffs it in its claw. And I want you to roll persuasion at advantage, so just roll it twice. You can have guidance, and the advantage is from the meat.
Whoop, whoop. Let's see. Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Where is my persuasion? Can I find it? Hold on. Perception, performance.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Diplomacy. This isn't D&D.
Okay.
There is no
cool.
persuasion in Pathfinder. That's my bad.
Uh,
Diplomacy at advantage.
Diplomacy. For a moment, I was like, "Are you sure?"
Yep, it's not D&D. We're not playing 5th edition.
Yeah, I sometimes wish I could just do away with the D&D skills and just use the Pathfinder skills
Yeah.
instead. But keep
so
everything
good.
else with 5th edition the way I run
Mhm.
it, so just use these new skills.
The way
Because
you run 5th
honestly-
edition is great.
Honestly, this is
I-
pretty close. There's only a couple differences here and there.
Yeah, it's close.
Can
What's up,
I
Danny?
persuade you to let me use performance instead of deception or diplomacy?
I'm going to need you to describe how you do it in a manner that isn't just bribing it. You're going to need to do something performative. If you can describe
great.
yourself doing something performative, then sure.
She's going to drop to her knees. Oh, great king of crabs, the crabbiest of king of crabs. I will feed you forever and will call you amazing. And I will also have a group of other people that will also call you amazing if you so let me pass.
There we go. Proper reverence. Yeah, go ahead and do performance at advantage with a +1 from guidance.
Thank you very much.
Yes, if you're going to just supplicate, if you're going to be a complete supplicant sycophant, then yes, I'll let you perform. But if you're just bribing it, that's diplomacy. There you go. There you already passed. Let's see if you can crit. Not with a 2 is a 50 though. Not a critical, but it's a 50. That's a very solid success. So you hand over this grody meat. You get upon bended knee, genuflect, give proper reverence to
Can
this
I
king.
do something to make
Yes.
to pump that number up a little
Sure.
bit? I want to use ghost sound to have like trumpets, like like some fanfare or something to make him feel more regal and royal in this moment.
You know what
I
I'm
can
going to do?
even make him a little
You know what I'm
crown.
gonna do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to give a +1 from Zavid's fanfare. Reese and Khan, the two of you, if you can do something to help, I'll give each of you a +1, which would make it a perfect critical. But you have to come up with something clever, like Zavid's trumpet fanfare. You have to convince me to give you this, but I want to give you this.
Khan can make a crown for this crab.
Ooh, I like it. Keep talking.
She can real quick do her like little Animal Crossing crafting animation.
Literally with a box of scraps in a cave.
Literally.
Absolutely do it. Roll a crafting. DC of 45.
Yeah.
I know you can nail
they're,
a 45.
bowing in reverence to the Crab King. Khan just like ducks behind a rock and starts hammering metal together.
45's too high. 43.
43.
Oh, God. 45 wasn't too high. It would have crit anyway. Good God. So, yeah, you get a solid 1 out of Khan. Reese, how do you knock this up one more to give Danny a
So-
critical here?
There's that little pool.
Yes, it's in a pool of water. Here, I'll move the crab so you can see it.
Okay, yes. So with the pool of water, what I'm gonna do and raise the water up like it's coming.
Like Ariel at the very last part of your world where it
Yes.
splashes behind. Okay, I love that. That's a token. Just roll an attack in the chat. You could critically miss. You could do something real bad here.
I absolutely.
You're casting an offensive cantrip right next to a king. This could go very poorly for you.
Oh wait, I don't just.
Yeah,
straight
do
up-
the actual roll thing. Let me Reese actions. Teleconnect projectile. There we go.
Thank you.
Oh no, you're gonna need to re-roll that. That's not gonna be enough. Natural 7.
Oh, here.
Okay. There you go. 42, natural 16 on that. So the water splashes up behind him, looking like a fountain. Con, you hand Danny. What does this crown look like?
I mean, it's literally scrap metal, right? That's what she has right
Yeah.
now. But she was able to hammer it with enough precision that it looks very well like the shape of a crown.
Fantastic. You hand that over to Danny as she's on bended knee. Zavid, you form the fanfare with the ghost sound. The crab looks around, puffs himself up, looks around pleased, and says,
You may pass through my realm. You are friends to the crabs. Leave your offering and go with the king's blessing.
Oh, hail the Crab King!
And
The
they
moment
will-
the crown touches his head, he goes, "Hey, everybody, Crit Crab here."
Oh my god.
Well, you are free to pass through the crab room now.
When,
that was-
when did we get crabs?
They moved in, obviously. I don't know when, because we don't go this way. This is like,
It's been abandoned for like a year.
this is kind of like the sewage sort of pipe that leads to our area, kind of a situation. Like it's not. This is not like a normal entrance to where we would go. So we just haven't, you know. I mean, this could have been anything. This could have been like a bear. This could have been.
Yeah.
I
Homeless
bow, by
guy.
the way. I bow
Smart.
low to him as I pass.
He nods an eye stalk to you. Like he's giving you a head nod, but with just one eye stalk.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a perception check as you're kind of going. That little squiggle thing just means that it's a long walk, but they don't want to make it long on the map. So give me perception checks. I'm going to lower the DC a little
Sure.
bit.
I will say though, if we have to come across another group of animals, I will be asking the question that Ash just asked. Like, when did these fuckers get here? Like, wait, hold on a second. Why are there so many animals in here? Do you think I should re-roll that?
Let the other 3 roll and see.
Yeah, I don't think
What
I
am I
need
rolling?
that. I'll let
Perception?
you guys roll.
Yeah, perception.
Oof.
No, you don't need to
Another
roll.
19.
Yeah, you don't
let's
need to do any
go!
fucking whatever hero points. So Con, using your rat ears, you kind of use them like a satellite dish. You're listening around, and when you tune out the crabs, you don't hear anything. It's very quiet. Not too quiet. It's not like weird quiet, like not suspicious, but it is very quiet. It's like nature. You just hear like wind, water.
So it
Sounds
doesn't
like an
seem
empty,
there are-
abandoned building.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like there are more creatures up ahead.
As far as you can tell, it does not sound like it, no.
Yeah.
If there
Kinda
are,
like-
they're like not making noise. They're silent. They have tremors, steps, or whatever,
Yeah.
They would be a very unique creature if there's a creature up ahead.
I'm just sniffing because I know that the carcasses of those dogs were here a year ago, but they probably have long since decayed and probably don't smell anymore.
You can give me
but I
another
don't know.
perception check for a specifically scent if you'd like.
Yeah, I sniff the air.
You smell something acrid, similar to Khan's laboratory,
God,
chemically.
you smell that? It smells like pine sol. You know,
Pine cleaner.
it's like that lemony scent, but it's not real lemon. It's like use the clean stuff. That's the power of pine sol, baby. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
You know, it's what we
You
cleaned the
sold
lab
it
with
to me.
afterwards.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it smells artificial, but I don't recognize the scent, and so I'm looking at Khan like, is this your doing? Like, is this your lab that we're smelling, or what?
Oh god, did I leave the oven on?
That's a long time to leave the oven on, Con.
Khan, I want you to roll me a crafting check. The DC is not high.
You got it.
Good thing the
How
DC
high is
wasn't
it?
high.
40?
It was 36. So you recall that the first big bad you ever faced as a group was named Vilry, and she herself was an alchemist. She made the Viridian Vapor, the poison that killed Bort Bargath, the guy from Session 1, no, the one who was poisoned. And you remember that she was shipping the poison over to Halid, this guy. He was just a grunt in town, and he was like picking up illegal orders for her reagents, her alchemical reagents. So you remember that this place probably has leftover chemical reagents and stuff because you left here in a hurry the first time you were here. There's probably alchemy stuff here. But it's been sitting in ruin for a year. And as Zavid, as you get to this room, you see very quickly that this cavern has collapsed almost entirely. There's rubble everywhere. Where once there was a bed, there's piles of rock and other debris. This is greater difficult terrain. Reese, you're immune to that. Everyone else walks at quarter speed.
All right.
I'm gonna
He's just
slowly
absolute
step
bed.
around. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Now that you're in this room. Since it was pointed out, Reese, you can kind of follow your nose, and I'll just place you there. The scent is strongest in here, but you can't really tell because it's an overhead view. You can't get through this door because of the pile of rubble. You would have to move rubble to get through this. Okay. Yeah, you've got telekinetic projectile, you've got athletics. Zavid has Ant Hall and his strength belt. If the two of you roll athletics checks, it should be no problem.
Oh god!
Ooh, unless you do that. Reese, as you go to... Unless you're hero pointing it.
No, this is fine.
Your call. Okay. As you go to... You see that big piece of wood, that big beam that's on the map? As you go to yank that out, you didn't realize that was a load-bearing beam. And several rocks fall. I need you to give me a reflex save. DC of 44.
Do I need to make the save too?
Only Reese.
I'm good.
Oh, you're fine. And I believe you have evasion or whatever, so that
Yeah.
a regular success becomes a crit. So you're able to, whoa, back out just in time as a big, huge pile of rocks that would have done some serious damage just collapses right in front of you.
Roll the damage. I want to see how much it would have done.
Okay.
I'm curious. Rocks fall, everyone dies is such a trope, but I want to see.
I would have done 44
Oh,
in
that's
60-10.
nothing.
I rolled two
That's
12s.
not that much.
Yeah,
I
it
have
wasn't. But
306 now.
you also could have, yeah, I guess you could, but it's the first trap, you know.
Yeah.
It would not have been. It's never good to critically fail your first trap. Anywho, yeah, more rocks fall. So you're gonna have to maybe rely on Zavid. Let's see what kind of athletics you can get here
Are we trying to get into
I
here?
trust you
Is that
more.
what we're trying to do?
in this little room. Yeah, because you can
Is there
following
any
your
opening I can
nose.
squeeze through?
That's right. You can probably do that because you have that new feat as well. Yeah. Roll me in acrobatics. Same
It's just-
DC though.
It's just, yeah, Speed, I trust you more. I don't. It's
So
clearly what I did.
Yeah,
like
you're good.
Osmosis Jones, just squeeze into this thing. You see my feet go through the hole, and I pop out onto the other side here into this empty room, or not empty room, but space.
Trusted.
What you find in here is a broken barrel, which is very obviously the source of the smell. It's very acrid, very chemically. It's some alchemical precursor. You would need Con to tell you more than that. Even with your rolls, you wouldn't be able to know. But you also see on a normal barrel, there are two things. One of which is a green glass vial, looks like this, that is labeled as Viridian Vapor.
Uh-oh.
Do you mean VIAL? Is that spelled VILE?
Oh, yes. That is meant to be
Okay.
VIAL. Yes. I can change
I was
that.
like, yeah,
There
like
it is. Yeah,
vial.
that was a typo. That was a typo.
Good.
Viridian Vapor Vial. VIAL.
Okay.
But, yes, this is the poison that killed... I know Zavid wasn't there, but Khan was. It's the poison that killed Bort Bargath that set off this entire adventure. In addition, you find a note
Fucking
sitting
drink
on a, sitting on a barrel that reads, Halid, the final shipment of corpse blood is due in just over a week, and it is the last thing I need from that greedy bastard Bort. I've enclosed a parting gift for him that should ensure he never tells anyone of our dealings. Be sure that he gets it, my darling. Drop off the reagents as soon as they arrive. My work is almost done. You will find your usual reward in the stump. V. It's a room that you never found the first time around. So I wanted to get this last goddamn clue out to Lux Et Umbra, even post-mortem.
I take the note, I take the vial, I put it in my shadow, I squeeze out again. Right as Khan's coming up, I'm like, does this mean anything to you? And I give her the items.
As Khan sees the Viridian vapor, her nose kind of like scrunches away, like, don't want to breathe that in.
Yeah, didn't we kill this guy and the lady that wrote the note? Didn't we kill all of them? They're all dead.
Yes.
Okay, alright, well.
And we kept Bubbles.
And we kept the bubbles, that's true. Well, anyway, it's time for me to go down memory lane once more and get through here. So I'm going to use Anhall and clear this path.
That should be no issue. I can even... Whoop! I can do that. So,
Yeah.
you can go into here. I'm just going to remove the fog of war at this point. As you step into this room, Zavid, you're flooded with memories. You were expecting it, but you didn't expect them to be this strong. You hear the barking of the St. Bernards. You suddenly remember they were St. Bernards. You can see the drool falling off their jowls as you pulled yourself up out of this crack in the ground. The one thing you did...
I grabbed my shoulder to where one of them bit me,
Yeah.
and then I remember biting into the one that bit me as they were biting me.
Yep, you did. And but the one thing you did have Dirge do is you had him bring in a large statue to cover that crack. So there is, where the dog kennel was, behind these bars, there's a large statue of just a knight holding a sword like this. And you know, no one else does, but you know that there's a crack beneath that statue.
I'll just narrate. I kind of look at the bars as everyone kind of comes into the room. I'll say that's where I came in from, underneath that statue. Khan can corroborate that the statue wasn't there when you found me, but Thurge put this here. And it leads to the Shadowlands, or the Darklands rather. Back when they were dangerous for us.
Oh my goodness, how long ago was that? It seems
year
like
ago.
5 years.
It's wild that
there's
it's
one thing
only
I've
been a
learned-
year.
If there's one thing I've learned, time passes in very strange ways. And we're not done dealing with time yet. I just kind of sigh and I look at this ladder. Where's the ladder head up again?
That heads up to what would be Halid's house, but it's been all destroyed with the trees and everything.
So we're in here. Where's my tunnel?
You're going to need to move the statue.
It is down there?
It's literally
okay.
covering the hole. You wanted to cover the hole so that no one would know it was there, and so you had a statue erected on top of it. You just need to move the statue.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Go in through the bar, the gate or whatever, and use Ant Hall and Reese's muscles to
Yo, oh, look
push
at
the thing
that.
back.
52, natural 19 athletics.
They
Great
really
job,
should.
Reese. All right.
Well,
Let me...
you have to get past His Majesty the King Crab first.
You know, that is...
You gotta know where you're going in order to even know to move this thing.
Yes. So you find the crack in the ground, and Zavid, you pause for just a moment as you head down. There is a long, winding path of very thin crevices, cracks. It's rather difficult for Reese to navigate due to his size. It's particularly difficult for Ares due to his. Everyone else, the rest of you, are able to kind of just squeeze your way through. It's just small caverns, twists, and turns. And you just, mostly you know, Zavid, to follow the river. And you keep following it for quite a while. If there's anything you need to speak on while you're in here, now's a good time. Otherwise, I can just move us to the next spot.
I guess as we're going down, I'm thinking back on the darkness here reminds me of my escape, which reminds me of the people that died to make that happen. And I also know that my dark vision is more powerful now, so I can see further into the dark. I can see things. I noticed details I didn't notice when I was hungry, like half starved and trying to claw my way to the surface. Like I, instead of looking for any source of food, I noticed the lichen on part of the wall, and I noticed that there's, certain like rock formations I didn't, the stuff, like sort of smelling the flowers type of situation. Like I never really saw the beauty in this place. It was all just danger and it was I was in pure survival mode basically for 2 years. And those 2 years flew by because it all blurred together. It was all the same stuff of me just, running from danger, finding something to eat, running from danger, rinse and repeat. And then yet, even though it's been less time outside of the Darklands where I've been up with my friends and everything, that feels much longer because it's much more richly lived than what was down here. And I think I realized like I could have, if I had found friendly beings, because I know that there are friendly beings in the Darklands too. If I had just found them, I probably would have been able to appreciate the beauty of this place more. And I probably would have, it would have changed the trajectory of my life. So it's a good thing that didn't happen, but it's almost like, I can't even regret my actions because it would have changed everything. And it's interesting of like, we cannot go back in time to change what we did. And we shouldn't, because of the butterfly effect and what that means for us. I think it gets me thinking about like what we're gonna have to do with our Rovagug problem of like the time dilation thing, and like whatever thing we choose to do, we can't regret it. It has to be something that we are going to be okay if we survive, that we can live with whatever decision we make. I'm like philosophizing on that a little bit, and if anyone's detecting thoughts, that's what I'm thinking about.
Usually Danny. Danny, you're like hyper psychic at this point. You pick up random thoughts even. So you would probably, and he's thinking hard, so you would probably be picking up on that.
I'd probably do this like thing like every periodic, like she'll go through everyone's mind. So she probably like goes to Khan's first, like listens in, sees what she's thinking about.
What's on the surface, Khan? Without her probing deeply.
I guess Khan is just like reliving that first adventure, really, the murder mystery. So it's just like just Khan recollecting what happened.
She'd probably do the same thing to Reese.
Yeah, Reese, what's on the surface thoughts? Like not what are your deepest emotional thoughts, but what's the top thing in your mind right at the moment? Makes you scaly, technically.
Scaly, I think. I don't know. Like, wait. Like, actually, kind of after it. You know what? I'll ponder.
That's funny.
That is surface level.
She's so invested into that, and then she's like, and then she moves over to the bead, and then she hears all of that, and it feels like between Khan and Zavid, it's a lot of nostalgia at the moment.
Reese, this is nothing, because this is like, oh, this is where my friends were. Oh, okay.
Right.
Hot man?
Yeah. I would say less nostalgia, more reflection, like revisiting something, because I don't remember this fondly, but at the same time, I'm like, a lot has changed. I've learned a lot. I think if I were to go through that experience again, it would be a very different experience. Not just because I'm more powerful, but because I would not treat everything as such a life or death thing. It doesn't have to be, you know? I think I was so scared of everything when I came up. I realized like I didn't need to be so scared, and fear ruled my every action, and like it helped me survive, but also I think it hindered me a lot. And it wasn't until I met you guys and I learned to like put down my walls a little bit that I didn't need to be ruled by that. I could lean on other desires, emotions, things like that that weren't negative, like fear and anger and all that.
So she'll message Svid, breaking through his thoughts, and just be like, "You okay?"
Yeah. I am. Are you okay to get eaten by a crazy creature?
I mean, it's not anywhere near as interesting as what's going on in Reese's minds, but yeah, sure.
Excuse you. You know what? No, you're allowed to hear that.
Interesting is a word to use.
Take a hero point, Danny. That was funny.
Well, you know me. I'm always very philosophical about this stuff. It's hard not to be. And now that because of our new station, you know, it's sort of, it almost feels like a responsibility, like we have to think about these things. And then I briefly recall when Demirius and I were up on that boat looking at the night sky and thinking about the gods and talking about like what it means to follow them, and you know, and like realizing, oh yeah, I've been a philosopher from the fucking jump.
From the get.
That's what you're religion.
That and
you were
eating
raised
people.
in a.
Yeah, well, the eating people is Converari's thing. I'm not about that.
But I say to focus on the here and now. We should be getting close to where my minions have dug into this sort of.
I thought it was like there's an underground river we're supposed to get to, right?
I have
Yeah.
a map that I'm getting to right now as you're saying that.
Okay.
So you're
cool.
following the river, and going back to what you were saying about appreciating the beauty, stopping to smell the flowers in this place, David, you come into an open cavern, and with yourself being in that mindset, you're shocked for a moment at the beauty you see in this cavern full of glowing mushrooms.
Hell
It's beautiful.
yeah.
Especially with how much Savid loves mushrooms. And as you walk in, you realize, oh, these are ether caps. These are the ones you made that special magic watering can for, that you had this one help you with.
Ghost
They're-
touch.
They're the ghost
stuff,
touch.
yeah.
They kind of phase in and out. Con,
They're
give
also
me-
food for the
the ether
space
spiders.
spiders.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens if some?
Roll me
Uh,
crafting checks.
I think you'd be fine. I don't think it's poisonous, but I don't think you should probably cook it or use it as an ingredient. I think just eating it without preparing it might be bad.
What is with
I'm
these
not rolling
rolls, Con? Oh my god.
19's all the way.
All the way. Con,
Um,
you know immediately that ether cap mushrooms, you can make them into a specific kind of potion that will allow you to step into the ethereal plane temporarily, just like the ether spiders.
Ooh.
With a roll that high, you know how to do it. You have the recipe on you. Could be helpful
Reese
for
just
infiltration.
like goes over to them and picks them and shows them kind of like. Or he's like,
Hey, I did that. And she yoinks it out of his hands.
oh, okay.
No, let him lick it. He needs to learn.
What do you mean?
Daddy's sassy
Uh,
today.
I love like you go to stop Khan. It's like no, let her cook.
Yeah, let her cook.
Let her cook.
Yeah, I do my Animal Crossing crafting animation. You know, she like I feel like she's already invented the hot plate at this point. If she hasn't, she invents the hot plate.
You rolled a critical. I'm just this whole
By the
thing
way-
is one roll.
Just on the fly invents the hot plate. By the way, I just
Yeah.
need this anyway.
Don't you have the craft anything or the inventor
I
feat
do.
or
That's
something?
why I'm
Yeah.
letting myself do this.
You're a
You know
Looney
how many
Tunes character.
You know how
Yeah.
many meals we could have had hot if you had this?
Well, I didn't care about having hot meals at the time, but I care about this.
Yeah, or like I'm not gonna invent a hot plate so you can have a hot meal. Look at me, okay? This
You
is
ate
important.
frozen broccoli.
And it
Now
was
that-
refreshing.
It was crisp.
Everyone who isn't Con, roll me perception checks.
All right.
Because she's
Con
lost
is
in the
busy.
sauce.
Yeah, you're lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
She's so mad right now.
Nope.
Ooh.
Okay, Danny, if it makes you feel better, think about how many hot meals we can have going forward.
You know,
I can't eat anything.
Oh,
this makes so
okay.
much sense. Reese, I'm gonna give this one to Danny, and you'll understand why in a second. Even though you technically succeeded the DC, for story reasons, I'm giving this one to Danny.
Okay.
Danny, up to this point in the game, you've been extremely powerful psychic, and you've been gaining more power as you go. But the one thing you weren't able to do, that I noticed just the other day as I was listening through last season, is when you were at the Temple of the 12 on Castrovel. I think you might not have been here for this session, so I'll tell you what happened. There was a guardian at the front of the gate of this temple who was a raised corpse. I think her name was Paniliar. She was a spear wielder, guardian of this temple. And being a corpse, Khan, being aspect of flesh, walked up and was like, hey, you're my minion. I can control you and do what I want. You have to do what I say. And it worked. But before they did that, Zavid was able to sense there was an undead and used it as a moment to teach all of you. He was like, hey, reach out with your senses. Tell me what you feel up there. And Reese and Khan rolled high enough to sense this undead, but Danny didn't. You couldn't feel him with the force, but you can feel something, Danny. You feel an undead presence that Zavid, you didn't feel, which you find very odd. I think you're so struck with the mushrooms and your thoughts, your own philosophizing, that you're way too in deep in your own thoughts. But Danny, you feel the presence of blood. You can feel there's a creature connected to blood close by in this room, in this cavern.
You know, like when you're just so dazed, like you're generally really good at like explaining things to people as you're like going along. She doesn't do that. She just kind of, as she was bickering with Khan for a moment, then she like seen that, and then she just walks towards it. She doesn't explain why or what is it. She just walks towards it in complete, I guess, awe. You're on mute.
I said I'll move you over to here, and you see there's a small little setback in this rock wall that you really wouldn't have noticed from where you were standing, but now that you get close to it, it's very obvious. There's a little room in here. Peeking your eyes around it, you see something that I don't know if Danny's ever seen before. Maybe. You see a blood ghoul sitting by itself in a room. Then, if you've seen Zavid's blood ghoul, you know this is Zavid's blood ghoul. I don't remember if you've named her, Shane.
I don't remember.
If you haven't, you can give her a name, but I don't remember if you have. Yeah, Danny, this is what you... Go ahead.
Oh, what's that? Melina.
Yes, Melina.
That
Melina.
because of the thief. Yeah, she's
Actually, I
Melina.
think maybe you did name her Melina before. Either way, yeah, Danny, you find Melina sitting by herself, eating flesh of something. Big leg of creature, some cave creature.
I'm gonna reach out to Zavid at this point, because she just is 2 days. I think I found your ghoul.
And I kind of look over.
Once she gets your attention, you can reach out with your Necromancer's Visage, and you won't need to roll anymore.
Yeah, I walk over.
I say, Melina.
Yes. Oh, Speed.
She comes out from her hiding space.
Yeah. Oh, Queen Danny. Yes. Hello. I'm so glad to see you. I got your message and came as quickly as I could down the river and down the tunnel.
Your work here is good.
Thank you.
Is there any other surviving minions besides yourself?
I believe that they captured Chompy. I don't know about Ankh the Mimitor. I did not see him, but Chompy the Mimic has been captured.
All right. We are going to engage with this interloper. I am going to need you to control your hunger because we are going to free all the town people and you are going to help them.
Yes.
You will be assisting Brick, and if the Mimitor Ankh is still around, you will also be assisting in escorting them away from the violence up to the upper levels of Shadow Valley into the main building.
Yes, okay. Getting survivors up and out. I can do this. I know every nook and cranny of Shadow Valley.
Do your best to make sure that any children and civilian non-combatants are taken care of first. If someone looks able-bodied or they want to fight, you don't have to help them. They can probably find their own way out. But those that seem lost, confused, or in somewhere not able-bodied, do whatever you have to get them to a safe place. All right?
I will do this. We just need to get up the river a little bit ways, and we will make it to your chambers. It is not far from here. I can lead the way if you need.
I nod. I don't say much else. This is a serious situation. They know it's serious because I'm not being very chatty. I'm just like, this is an operation. We need to be careful.
And with Khan's critical, I'm going to say you were able to make 2 potions of Ether's Step. So who gets those? 10 minutes of walking into the ethereal plane. So like you can walk through walls and shit.
I
Oh,
think Danny
Khan wants these to aura farm so bad. Like literally
You can take more
appear-
mushrooms to make more later.
Yeah, like literally appear in the middle of the room, as Garwinkle. So Khan wants it not for any strategic reason, but just to look cool.
You could
But
have
she's
one and
still-
you could give them one, or you could give both, or you could keep both. Your call. You made them.
No, she'll only take one. She holds the other one out like, who wants it? Who wants to go to the ethereal plane? Make a surprise entrance, perhaps?
Sabine?
You could use it to get through the creature.
I was thinking we could use it instead of having to go into because I can slip into the mouth if I can get to the mouth, but this thing's going to be thrashing around, and if the way inside isn't through the big mouth but through the little mouth, then that means I'd have to this thrashing around snake, I have to somehow aim my body to go into its so an ethereal potion would allow us to phase into its body and then return to the material plane and be able to transport into like wherever they are. So we wouldn't have to worry about figuring out how to get actually through it physically.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to do like the thing from Men in Black where like Jay, or no, it's a K?
Okay.
Eat me!
Eat me!
But like as a mouse or something.
Jay!
Eat me! Eat me!
Well, now that Elliot is back. Let's let him put his headphones on. You can talk amongst yourselves, decide who gets the other one. Khan gets one. So, Reese, Khan has finished designing crafting 2 potions of ether step, meaning you can walk into the border ethereal plane for, I'm going to say 10 minutes. Khan has taken one, and we're trying to decide who gets the other between the 3 of you.
I have
Do
no
you-
preference.
So, do you want to take it to get into the creature?
Yeah.
Or for
Personally,
Zavid and Danny?
Personally, I want to yell at the creature and say, "Eat me."
Okay. So maybe give it to Zavid then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so Khan and Zavid now both have a potion of ether step, which will be very interesting. So Melina does begin to take you upriver again and says, "It's not far now to your room, Zavid. Just follow me." And you can close out of that map. Now place you on a new one.
I think she's going to. I assume that we're getting really close to our entrance, right?
Yes, you're getting very close to Shadow Valley. You're getting close to Zavid's bedroom, specifically.
Let me see if there's anything I want to cast before.
Yeah. I wouldn't cast like 10-minute buffs, but if you have like hour-long buffs, now would be a great time for hour-long buffs.
Yeah. Let me see what I have.
And then while you're looking that up, everyone give me perception checks, please.
First. Okay. That's...
What? No.
Oh, good.
Mine didn't either. I got a nat 1 though.
I did too, but now I got a 19.
I didn't see it either.
What the fuck?
Roll it in the chat.
I
I'll be
did.
back.
Oh no, I didn't see nothing.
It didn't come through on my side.
Oh, wait, oh, well, there it is. There it is. It just lagged. It lagged. It finally came through.
Okay.
Yep, I see your nat 1, I see Zavid's nat 1, and then there's your 50. Cool. All right. So, actually, this also makes sense. It made sense that Danny got the last one. It makes sense Reese got this one. As you're coming up this river, it's very dark. You're listening to just the whooshing of the river as it goes down, but Reese, suddenly you hear a noise that you've heard before. You smell a smell you've smelled before. It smells smelly, but it's like cinnamon and cardamom. It smells like back home. It smells like the marketplaces of Assyria. And you look up and you realize that Ankh the Mumator is sitting on the shore next to a boat on a pile of rocks.
Oh, buddy.
But as you come up to him, you do notice that his right arm is broken. It is like hanging broken. He's clearly very injured.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Runs. A quick medicine, to see if I could,
Yeah. Anyone can roll medicine to see what's wrong with him. His arm is obviously broken, even at a glance with no medicine checks. No, you don't know. Other than his arm being broken, you have no idea what's wrong with him.
nature.
Oh, well, either way, a nat 5. You're gonna need more. Gonna need higher than that.
No.
Zavid and Danny, I think have decent medicine though.
Zavid!
Yeah.
His
You
arm's
come up to
hanging
the shore,
off.
and you see Ankh. It starts to like sign at you, and with one hand. And Reese, you speak it by this point. He says, "So glad to see you. Arm broken, beat up, fortress taken, like stuff you already know."
Yeah.
I asked for Reese to hold the arm up. I bit it. I make sure the bone, muscles, everything's lined up. I'm gonna do one of my 10th level harms, one of my max harms,
Yes.
to heal up the arm and their hit points so that they are no longer injured.
like Popeye eating spinach. You heal up this bone, it sutures up immediately. All of the other bruises and cuts and scratches and gashes that he has all over his body just stitch themselves up. He looks to you with awe and reverence. Just thank you. I don't know sign language, but he signs to you because he can't speak.
I think thank you's like
Thank
this or
you.
something.
Yeah, thank you. But he's very appreciative, and begins to tell you, Chompy taken hostage, headquarters ransacked, my escape tunnels collapsed with dynamite, large creature eat kobolds, Bubbles missing.
Woo!
I translate.
Yeah, it was in sign language, which I do not know, unfortunately. I wish I did.
All right.
Bubbles.
I told the Momentary the same thing I told Melina. Is going to be on Brick's team. Anybody we get out, you get the safety.
Yes.
I think Ares and Arwen are also on that team. Is that correct?
I think so. Or they
No,
were going
no.
with Khan and Reese, I
They're
thought.
they're going with Khan and Reese, so
Yeah.
each one of them gets one.
All right.
Which is also a very cool choice.
I'm gonna contact the face spiders. Let them know we're on our way,
Mhm.
and that when we do this, when we start going, they're gonna also be getting people out. But
Okay.
they're kind of scary looking. I mean, more so than the undead, because they're spiders.
Right.
So maybe they don't have to be in the material plane, but they can just kind of guide people. Maybe
Mhm.
use their own like webs and stuff, web off areas they shouldn't be going in, and try to corral them up to the.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very clever.
Yes, we can do that. We will watch for your signals. We will stay in the walls.
All right.
Is
Good.
there anything you want to do
We're good.
here in your terrain? This is where you could split off if you'd like. I have two options. There's this tunnel here where Ankh was sitting, where I've moved. That leads up to essentially right next to Khan's laboratory, in between the mushroom room and Khan's lab. Or you could take up to Zavid's room to go into Shadow Valley proper. Or you could split the party. You have two options here.
I feel
But the party.
at least on should check her. Like if there's anything that I'd like. Oh, this would be.
If you got any cool alchemical elixirs that make you more frightening, powerful, whatever, go for it. I think this would be a good way to like show off what you can do. Like, oh, you come into my lab.
Yeah,
You
my
know.
potion of aura farming.
Exactly.
Yes.
You think you're the mad scientist and you're on my turf now?
Yeah.
All right, so we're
So-
splitting the... Sorry, go ahead.
So I was gonna say what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over to Reese. I'm just gonna say, see you on the other side.
Have fun.
Yeah, it has. Watch my
All
cat.
right. Which animal... You're taking Ares and Arwen? Are those the only animals you're taking, Khan and Reese? All the...
I mean, keep doing the tiger. I haven't had the tiger out.
Oh, that's true, you haven't. I have not leveled that up, though. Khan, and then Reese. Oh, and you're taking Ciprogrod, right? Because he's gonna fight. He wants to fight that gnome. He very much wants to fight that gnome. Okay, so we're gonna do Khan and Reese first.
One thing.
Sure.
Can we say we have like little? So I know we have the Rocky Talkies,
Mhm.
but can we have like little earpieces? Because I want to cast Lingering Compensation.
Oh yeah, sure. To be able to give those buffs. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. So first we're gonna do Khan
I
and
imagine
Reese.
like Khan would have made them.
Yeah, that's easy enough. I won't even make a roll. You can close out of Zavid's tunnel now. So now here, share. So Khan and Reese, you follow this tunnel with Ares and Arwen. They're able to follow their nose. Ares can smell your lab even from that distance. So it's fairly easy to navigate your way until you come to the fresh-hewn tunnel that Ankh carved out. And just to the south is the stairway up to your lab, or you can keep going straight and you know that the mushroom growing room is to the southeast.
Yeah, well, we don't want to...
But
maybe
you
we
also know that's where
remember-
Garwinkle is.
Yeah, so we probably don't want to go there.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't go there without the whole group.
Yeah.
So you know that you should not go straight south out of there. You should go into the stairwell.
Yeah. Con is gonna like lurk around. Maybe we should even leave the animals here. I don't know. I don't even know if they can fit through the door.
I would also love some stealth checks from you, please.
Oh,
yeah,
you got
we'll
it.
be fine. Gonna do the
Your mass thing. Yeah, you and Con together are unbelievable stealthers. 52, good god. And 50, both of those beat it. Let's see if Siprogrod can beat that.
Elf is at 30,
That's pretty damn
one
good.
higher
Ooh,
than my society.
he got a 48, 3 over the DC. So the three of you are ghosts. What do you do? You're silent as the wind. Con, you know every stone in this place. You know where every creek is.
Yeah, I think she's specifically like using hand symbols to direct the other two.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So silent as a ghost. She makes her way back into Sweet Lab, which is lovingly crocheted, cross-stitched, into a little like placard
Oh,
above her lab.
so crocheted would be.
That
Yeah.
would be. You come into your lab, and right off the bat, you do notice that the box with the pendant given to you by Nawala when she was here last is gone. You left it on your desk. It was a beautiful jeweled pendant of the goddess of the hunt, Erastil or something. Doesn't matter. It's a beautiful brooch given to you by Nawala. Gone. Now I want you to both give me perception checks, please.
Okay.
But that's what you notice instantly with no roll.
Yeah.
Secondly, you notice that there is... Oh, goddamn. What's with all these 19s and 18s today? Goddamn!
You're seeing.
You also, Con, noticed that there was a rack of healing potions, like really high-level max healing potions you worked on. Gone.
Oh, of course they are.
There's like 6 of them. Gone. And the other thing, let's see, Reese, what you noticed, because you noticed it first at the other places, over to the far left near Con's alchemy table is a pile of lab clothes.
Oh, who they?
Somebody cooked here.
It's a short lab coat. It's a white lab coat.
Oh my god!
Stained.
If
cobalt.
this bitch modified my lab coat,
Well, you do see that your lab coat is hanging up on the wall, Con.
Oh no.
This lab coat belongs to Jimothy.
He picks it up and goes, "These are Jimothy's."
And there is a golf ball-sized hole in the chest.
no, my lab assistant.
And I don't even.
Graceful.
Thing here we that hasn't been.
Yeah, Con, this is a perfect opportunity to do... Okay, so
Definitely.
in Shane's other game, though, he's the DM, we do a lot of heists, so we have this kind of rule or this mechanic that's sort of Ocean's 11 style, where if you didn't really think to do something, but in the moment you want to do it, you have to have a flashback to where you prepared it. So if you want to have a
I love
flashback...
that. That's very Blades of the Dark.
Yeah,
Blades
so
of the Dark.
if you can give us a flashback of Con preparing something and maybe hiding it, this would be a perfect time for a flashback mechanic.
All right. I have 2 ideas. The first is very simple. It's just like a big old smoke bomb.
Okay, what's the other?
Because Con wants to make a dramatic entrance. The
Mm.
second idea. Maybe with Con's new potion of etherealness. I think the biggest dick move you could ever do is negate someone's healing potion. So what if Con has made a capsule that, if put into a healing potion, nullifies it completely?
Oh my god, yes.
That one's way funnier.
I have a
Just
question.
Give her the smoke bomb.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah, I'll just give you a smoke bomb. I don't even care about that.
If we have our phase spider spying on Garwinkle, Could I have them report exactly what they see to Khan? Sorry, those were spicy so much. Khan can then ask questions of like, well, is there anything connected to the thermodynamic coupler? Is that like, and they could be the what, and like this thing, this shape like that. Oh yeah, and through their senses, you kind of get a vibe of what make like a crafting check to understand how her mech works. So then you could like, if you know how the mech works, you could then figure out. Well, you also have the potion of etherealness. You could just go and look at it. I guess that would be easier.
Yeah.
Then you can figure out a way to like sabotage the mech so it can't even function properly, and be like, oh, performance issues. You know, you can like.
It's how you
Alright,
killed her.
everybody has them.
I want to go back really quick while I'm thinking about it, and I want to answer a question all of you had literally years ago that you now finally have the answer to, but you'd forgotten you asked the question. In the Cogito Machinist, no, not restored. No. Depths? There it is. Okay. When you fought the Cogito Machinist, the machine cult, when you killed Glastwick Finibus, I want to share this map. This thing's ancient and I love it. You remember this guy? This map? This is the cult's headquarters. Fanny's Grounds is probably freezing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. This is where Khan found wrote her magnum opus and invented the mole mech by herself.
Okay.
This was where the big red button was.
Yes.
Yes. Where is...
Oh, yes, this. Now.
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh, it might not even be on... Oh, it might be one level above this. I'm sorry.
This is almost exactly
Almost.
By the
Well,
way.
regardless, it's not even on this exact map. But when you were in that location, at one point you found two thrones next to each other, and you couldn't figure out why. Because you knew about Glastwick Finibus, but you were like, why is there this second throne? At the time, I think Zavid was worried that he was planning to marry the orc child, but that wasn't the case. The second throne was for Garwinkle.
I see.
Oh, maybe I can... Regardless, I just wanted to say that you did... There is an answer to that question from years ago.
Now that I'm realizing how important Garwinkle is, now that he hasn't said it, it's starting to click with me. You're taking credit for Garwinkle's work. You need to gaslight Garwinkle. Be like, wow, you stole my technology to make your own little mech? Well, that's cute,
Oh my
but
god!
really, like, you need her to get really upset, and then when her shit
found
doesn't
it.
work, like, well, if you had followed my designs, actually, instead of trying to change them, and, like, pretend... Because, first of all, Lao Shupo is going to be like, yes! And secondly, it's going to get her really upset. She's going to make mistakes. She's going to, like, not do this.
I found it. It's this one called Foundry Mine. If you look at the very bottom right, where it says Patreon Morvold, you'll see there are two thrones.
Yep.
Yeah, you were all very confused why there were two thrones. It's because one of them belonged to Garwinkle.
I see.
She was equal in power in the Cogito Machinist. She just escaped. She said she fucked off and let Glastwick die. So you
Also,
can close
Shane,
that.
you're a genius.
But yeah, that
and
is
now
brilliant.
I have to sabotage her mech, and I have to gaslight her. That's the plan.
Gaslight, gatekeep,
Girl boss!
It's about.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's so
So-
funny. I exited out of that map because I'm like, this isn't gonna
Mhm.
load.
Oh.
Unless I exited out, it popped. Whatever.
Of course. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So Zavid, you messaged to the spiders, and did you tell Khan that they were coming?
Yeah.
Okay. So Khan, the two large ether spiders, which Wisp has gotten much bigger. As you can see, they pop out of the wall.
Khan, yes, it is so wonderful to see you. Zavid told us to expect you.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
They're stationed in the mushroom room. The large metallic gnome thing and her horrid beast. But there's a third. We have heard whispers in the dark. There's a third. Cannot see it, but we hear it when it gets dark, when they turn out the light.
A third creature? A third
Yes.
presence? Ooh,
Yes. They speak to
mysterious.
it like an old friend.
Mm.
Wait, above table. We have everybody accounted for. Weird-ass beast.
And then it's the weird beast and then the gnome. This is the first you've heard of this third creature.
The spider.
Bubbles.
Oh no, they know Bubbles.
Could be Mr. Nyarlathotep potentially, just having a chat with him on occasion.
does this-
That's at least what my mind goes to.
They can't see it. They just say it whispers in the dark. When they turn out the lights, they hear its voice louder.
They speak to it like comfortably. This gnome creature speaks to it like they're old friends. Charming, friendly conversation.
Maybe a ghost, perhaps.
Possibly. I do not have spirit sight.
Nyarlathotep would make sense. Because it was his virus that corrupted Cassandra Lee, which allowed her to, like, get in control of her followers. So she's less of a Cassandra Lee follower and more of a Nyarlathotep follower and just using his shit to take over, if anything. I think it might be her god, Nyarlathotep, the whispers of madness, you know? Only in the dark do they grow louder.
This
I mean,
makes as much sense as
Kabriri-
anything.
Kabriri basically copied Nyarlathotep in this way because he wanted to be powerful. This is so funny. Now, if this is Nyarlathotep, that makes sense why Kabriri would do that. Because he thinks, like, I could do it better.
Okay, when we find out what it is and if Nyarlathotep.
I know. If he turns out to be right, I'll reward him for that.
I'm the one who made it.
Oh,
Who
that's
said
true.
it.
I'll give you both hero points.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you both hero points if he turns out to be correct.
Sorry, my memory went.
Yeah, I already forgot. So what do you do with this information, Con? Now that you know there's a third thing.
Her ears twitch a little bit in annoyance. But she thinks that, like, she is still focused on her primary goal, which is gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing.
In
So
equal
it's
measure.
not gonna really get in the way of her planning. And also, like, if there is another person there, all the better to take out the gnome mech so that she can deal with the second person.
True.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it hasn't changed her priorities.
Then while we're in here, is there anything else you want to do, like in here, or like you can check out Danny's theater thing that Sugar Wanters turned into a tailor?
God, we should put it in a for dramatic. Sorry for the.
Okay, Con
Alrighty.
steals glitter from the tailoring supplies.
That is just up here. Excuse me.
If
Opening
there's
the...
if there happens to be a combustion engine,
It's just
Con
lying
steals sugar so that she can pour it directly into it. Con sharpens her wire cutting shears so that she could cut through anything. She's just like she's sharpening her claws, so to speak. I don't think
You're-
she has any more crazy inventions other than the potion nullifier, the hot plate, and the smoke bomb.
Have you guys seen Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy?
million years ago.
In it, he's from Detroit, but he goes to LA to help with this investigation or whatever. And the LA cops don't like him. They're like, they want to figure out a way to like send him packing. So he's being tailed by two. So in order to shake him, it plays a do 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 do, and he like sneaks over, puts a banana in their tailpipe for their
Yes.
car. And so right as he's leaving, their car like fucking
Hell yes.
shuts down. Like, what the fuck?
That's what Con's doing right now to that
Yeah.
mech. So in this room, you come down the stairs, and Danny had turned this into like a little bit of a makeshift theater, and Sugar Wanter had been using it as her sewing room because she's been interning with Krek as a tailor. And you come in here and you see a lot of these costumes are shredded and on the floor. And in particular, you see one particularly shiny, sparkly dress sitting at the sewing machine, empty, with a hole in the back. Sugar Wanter is gone. And to add insult, all of the costumes she's been making, all of the beautiful clothes she's been learning to make, have been ripped to shreds.
Well, I guess it's not a great loss if I take one thing for glitter. You know? Con invents, she makes a meat grinder and grinds up the dress.
That's great. Grind up a dress into glitter. I think right there we're going to fade out over to Danny
That's
and
great.
Zavid.
That's great.
But also, I think we should take a quick intermission. I definitely need a bathroom break. What do you say?
Okay.
All right, everybody, hope you'll join us in 10 or 15 minutes. We'll see what Zavid and Danny find up in the main floor of Shadow Valley. So see you shortly. Bye.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, we're back from our intermission. Thanks for joining us. Where last we left off, Lux Et Umbra was infiltrating their own base. Haha! Because the enemy, Dr. Garwinkle, has infiltrated with her beast, Simone the Potentioraptor. But it looks as though Zavid and Danny have snuck into his room from his secret escape tunnel into your bedroom. You see that your door is still locked from this side, so thankfully it seems that Garwinkle has not managed to get into your room. You see that the jar that you put Ilkana's brain in for the longest time is still on your desk, unbroken. So it seems evidence points to your room having not been disturbed, Zavid. This is where we come in.
Okay. So
This is
what's
so
the plan?
cool. Sorry, I'm realizing for the first time that when you have a transparent PNG as your token, the game reads transparency as not the hitbox of the token. So when you move your mouse over like the Mummitar or one of them, only when the mouse hits the actual pixels of the image does it tell you what it is. Whereas
You're
if you
right.
go to like brick, once it's the white, it counts that as part of it. You know what I mean?
You're totally right. I've never noticed that either, actually. Very cool. Good job, Fantasy Grounds.
Anyway, back to the game. All right. You guys come into this room. It's smells like meat and cheese.
Oh.
A little bit. You can see that I have like some unfinished jerky sitting like here on this table along with like musty tomes and stuff, and I'm like, well, there's no window to really
Never
like air out the
clean
room,
your
so like don't judge
room.
me, all right?
Like the
Did you live like this?
It's
This is
otherwise
nice.
clean. Let me be clear. It's otherwise clean. He doesn't like litter the room, but he eats in his room, which he probably shouldn't have done if it's like stuff like meat and cheese because of the strong aromas. He's like,
She's
look,
gonna
we're
like
gonna-
press to digitate it.
oh my God. I look
How
over
do
to
you
Brick. I'm
live
like,
like
is it bad? Is it really that bad? Or is she exaggerating?
I mean, I'm a kobold, so I kind of like the stinkier cheeses, so I kind of like that
Yes,
corn chip smell myself.
Yes. And I
Brick,
look
you
over and
smell
I'm
like
like,
corn cheese.
someone who appreciates it. Anyway, I slowly open this door.
You undo your series of locks, and you open the door. And the first thing you see in the center of the room is a wooden chest that has
It's Chompy.
chains
I knew
around
it.
it
I
that
was
is
like,
locked.
that's Chompy. I am going to. Chompy.
You see it wiggle.
Does two little eyes open up on it? Like, does
Yeah, it has two eyes. I don't have it on the image, but two eyes open
Right.
up and it starts looking around.
And I'm like, hey, I'm here.
And you can
Hey.
see it. It's as though a tiny pup like dog that's seeing its master, but it's like tied to a tree. So you can see it like vibrating, but it is stuck in place. You can hear it you can hear the chains jingling on it.
Yeah.
Ching, 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 ching.
Be still. We are going to get you out of this.
I look at the chains. They're designed to prevent Chompy from opening, but could they be slid off laterally? Chompy doesn't have appendages to do that himself, but could we do that?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm going to try that. I'm going to ask Danny to hold, like, where the ring is, like, hold the side of Chompy. And then
Can
I'm
we
gonna
give some
slide.
sort of
The
like
Mummator
check?
could help.
Can we give some sort of check to make sure it's not like booby trapped?
Yes. Perception or like Arcana or crafting, one of those.
Who would put boots on
Yeah.
Who would booby trap a mimic?
Yeah, mimics are already a booby trap. That's like, yo,
True.
dog, I heard you like traps, so we put a trap in your trap.
Not
so
where
you
I
can
heard it, but there's
die
someone-
while you
oh.
die.
It was the Goonies. It was Data calling it a booty trap. That's
Hmm.
right. I forgot about that. I'm like, wait, I've heard booty trap too.
Booty trap.
Let's see.
Yeah, perception or Arcana or occultism.
Here's my
I guess.
Arcana.
Okay.
Take a look.
You can tell that this lock definitely has some kind of an enchantment on it, but you didn't roll high enough to know what. But it's not a mundane lock. Well, I mean, it is a mundane lock, but it's an enchanted mundane lock.
Dispel.
Do-
I don't need to know what
Yeah,
this is.
you're
to get rid
fine.
of it.
It's fine. It
I
was
break
it was just an arcane lock, like 4th level. You know, it's very
Oh.
for you. It was essentially nothing.
child's
But
I do that.
you,
and
you also realize you're a high enough level. It was a dual enchantment. It also had an alarm spell. So
I had a feeling too. Yeah.
it would have been. It had a magic lock, and if you picked it, it would have been loud.
But I also figured too. I wonder if the alarm said if the condition was if the chains are off of the mimic or if someone picks the lock. Because if it's someone picks the lock and we just slid the chains off, it wouldn't have gone off.
True.
But yeah, I dispel it just as a precaution, and then we're gonna slide these chains off and free
And you
Chompy.
and Ankh can get that done. You free Chompy. I can switch the art.
Download. He knows what we're up to, what we're gonna
Yep.
do, and I say, and when we kill, Garwick or whatever the fuck her name is, doesn't
Garwinkle.
matter.
It doesn't
We,
matter.
you know, it doesn't matter what her name is because she never wrote anything important or really did anything of
No.
importance. And also, when
She's a
she's
shitty
dead,
doctor.
she's gonna be a snack for you. So don't you worry.
Don't be so hungry.
I relish when I have an opportunity to feed you one of our enemies because eating people is generally very bad, but this person, you can have her.
I kind of
Absolutely.
Zavid, do you want to really finalize that you're going to want to feed her to this mimic? Go south.
All right, here we go. I look at the door and I'm like, something in my gut tells me I'm going to be very upset with whatever's behind this door. Ankh, I'm going to need you to move out the way. And if it's bad, I don't want any of you, the rest of you, seeing it.
You open
All
the
right.
door, and there's a small stairway down. And all you see is a very large wooden crate that's open and empty, save a bunch of, like, packing
It's
materials.
literally a receipt.
And there's a long receipt in it. And if you zoom in, I've even made a design at the top.
cheese
It's a
wizard.
receipt from the cheese wizard that's itemized and extraordinarily long. Your cheese orders, Veed, that you placed at Pride. The 2,000 gold, or 1,000 platinum, however much you spent.
It
on
looks like
Reese
618.02 platinum pieces.
Yes, 618.02 platinum pieces, according to the receipt. All the cheese is gone.
I
They left you the receipt.
Oh no, it's a receipt.
Zabid leans up against the crate.
What is it, Speed? Something
turn and I
happened. Did they
say-
take something important?
There was a part of me that felt a little bit hesitant about what we were doing. That maybe this Garwinkle was lied to, and that perhaps she was manipulated by Tap, and it was promised something that will never be delivered. And I realize now that I was foolish for second guessing, and that we are going to not only ruin her, we're going to ruin her legacy. We are going to break her will, and we are going to, before she dies, have her beg us for forgiveness before we
happened?
feed her alive to Jumpy.
What did she do? What else did she do? She only took all of our friends.
Let's just say this stinky bitch cut the cheese. And I'm going to...
Hero point.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to thank you for that. And I'm going to walk past it with determination.
Oh, there's more to this. You're gonna want to investigate this whole place.
Oh, wait a second. There's more. Wait. I'm like, hold on. Yeah, okay. I walk away then this way.
Yeah, you need to walk away from the situation. So,
And Danny, you're gonna see the empty cheese cart and the receipt, and then
Yeah.
realize exactly what I mean by
he
that.
spent almost 10,000 gold on cheese, and it's gone.
Like, she looks at it and she just goes, okay, but it's cheese. It's not like it was alive. Could just buy more cheese.
David isn't looking at you, and he's trembling in silent rage. And you
I own a
realize
fucking
that, like,
country.
this is not something to joke about. He is not smiling. His voice has gotten very low and very calm in a way that you've never heard him do before. His energy is completely shifted.
I love it.
David, I do have to say, you are giving off that energy from that drow book that I was reading, from the Bard and the Barbarian. You remember? You remember which one? You read it too. I made you read it.
What's going on with this clock? I'm like staring at the
As
clock.
you step into this room, you see there's a massive grandfather clock in the center of the room, smashed into pieces. And you suddenly remember the Willow Blossoms, the little halflings who moved into town. You home alone their nephew to try and get him to not join a gang. You acted like the clock maker was haunted, and you scared the kid straight. And he got not an internship. I always call it that. An apprenticeship. At the blacksmith here in town. The new guy who moved in after Bruce left. The new dwarf woman who moved in after Bruce. So you remember that your reward, instead of taking gold, you wanted the grandfather clock that you hid in, Zavid. You hid in this to scare those boys. This was your reward, and it's smashed to 1,000,000 pieces on the ground.
I wordlessly turn around and go here.
In this room, I'm gonna need perception checks from you and Danny. Nothing seems out of place here.
Is there a room that I know?
Kitchen. You know this room very well.
Okay.
Oh no.
Danny,
He's back in the kitchen. No.
as you go into the kitchen, you hear something knocking in the stove. Like something rattling. Like there's a raccoon in the stove.
Open the stove.
Open the stove. And out pops Bubbles, the homunculus. Bubbles!
Oh, Bubbles, I knew you were.
Thank God.
Oh, Bubbles! My little blobby friend.
Gross ass
Blobfish
fucking
Moogle.
thing.
It's like a
Oh, she
blobfish and a
hugs-
Moogle had a baby.
She hugs it like she squishes it. I missed you, Bubbles.
And it hugs you. It's got its spoon.
Covered in like soot
Soot,
from being
yeah.
inside the
She communicates what happened. Blah, 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 blah.
And it's like pointing and you can't really gain much information, but you can tell like it's saying like came in, took out, hid in here.
So it hid in here wasn't like she didn't trap it in here.
No, he hid. Bubbles hid.
Okay. Okay. I thought maybe they grabbed it, threw it in and then turned the oven
That's
on.
just-
I
Oh
was
god.
like,
No, not the no. Bubbles, that would have been rough. I should have done that. Look, in hindsight, that would have been great.
Bubbles, because they're homunculus, would just. I like the idea that they're resistant enough to fire damage that they wouldn't have died, but they like their little wooden spoon would have like turned to ash or something, and then they would have been.
Oh
Oh,
god, I really wish I'd have thought of
you
that.
want to wreck on it?
I kind of want to retcon it.
Let's wreck
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
think it works.
take another hero point. That's so good. Yeah, you find Bubbles fully singed, no spoon. The spoon, like there's a tiny little sliver of wood left, and it's as it hugs you. Yeah, that was so good.
This bitch burned his spoon.
And I look to you and I say, the cheese doesn't seem that far. Like, doesn't seem that weird. An inanimate object gets destroyed, and I'm mad about it, right? She's
It
gonna
was
die, and we're gonna make
Bubble.
her beg for her life and for our forgiveness before the end. Between the four of us, she will feel the wrath of a god.
I'm feeding her bones to Ares.
Do you maybe want to go upstairs?
Yeah. I was like, let's go upstairs to your room.
This has actually been Reese's room for a long
it's
time
Reese's.
because this is the only room with a bed large enough for two people. Reese and Mythonar. So yeah, this has actually been
You think
Reese's
we
room
could
for
just
quite a
buy
while.
a bed from one of the carpenters?
Well, I mean, it already had it, and it was already
Yeah.
furnished for a large. So Reese moved in as soon as Reese joined the party. This has been Reese's room. You come in here, and you can see immediately that this bed has been slept in. It's very Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
hair that looked recently fresh there.
You give me perception checks.
The only clothes is just a pair of underwear.
Pair of underwear and board shorts.
no, a pair of underwear.
David, I don't think that's what you think it is.
No, but even if it isn't, it's still bad.
Yeah.
Either way, it's bad. God.
Give me perception checks, you two.
Was it Mythonar was supposed to be here?
Mythonar, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't live here. He lives in Castle Druma. But he
Oh.
would visit frequently, which is why Reese took this room, because it had the biggest bed. Yep. Okay.
Or do you want me to
Actually,
make
you don't need it. Danny, you are looking about, and you've been up here before. This is Reese's room, and Reese is a romantic. Everyone knows that. Reese has kept every little, for lack of a better term, every movie stub from every date that he and Mythonar has ever gone on. And it's sappy, yeah. But you're looking at the top of, Reese puts on this air of being, oh, Mr. Sex Man, but he's a sappy romantic at heart. But you're looking at this desk that's full of these trinkets. And every single one of them has been ripped into shreds. A love letter from Mythonar, ripped to shreds. A drawing done by Reese of him and Mythonar, or not by Reese, done on a dock, and one of those caricature drawings, of him and Mythonar. It's been painted over, smeared with finger paint. Every one of these little romantic thingies that Reese has kept from his and Mythonar's dates have been ruined and destroyed.
Like, she finds it gross
Mending?
when she's.
Use
Yeah.
prestidigitation, clean the paint. We don't
Yeah.
need Reese
We'll
to
fix
see
it.
this. We don't need to distract Reese. Reese has a job to do. He doesn't need to be as angry as we are right now. We could be angry for him.
Yeah,
and
clean
I wanna meticulously and quickly repair all the damage
Okay.
done.
That's fine. You can undo all of that with mending and prestidigitation. I'll say it's just graffiti. If there's no magic, it was just destruction graffiti.
It doesn't bring back my cheese.
Nope, it won't bring
And
back your
the
cheese.
complexity of that grandfather clock, and I can't bring a burned spoon back either this way. But this is repairable. We can actually fix this.
I'm gonna go to my
One
room.
of us does.
Exactly. We're doing this for Reese because
Yep.
he doesn't need to feel what we're feeling.
Which room are you saying, Danny?
I'm going to my room.
Is that the downstairs?
I don't remember where.
I
which ones
think-
end.
Where do you
I
sleep?
think this
don't
was your room before Reese moved in, because by the time Reese moved in, you moved into the castle. Yeah,
So
I think
was
this was your room. This one
Was
you're
it?
in right now. Yeah.
That's why I thought. Yeah. Okay.
I think the only place left to check is the garden and the where the statue of the Dawn Dragon is.
Wait, I don't want to go out in the garden because they're expecting us coming in from that area, and I don't want to set off a trap. I'm sure they fucked up something. We'll figure that out. I'm more than ready,
Okay.
especially because we took a little detour to like fix Reese's stuff.
Mhm.
I want Bubbles to just stay safe. Bubbles is a non-combatant as far as
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
concerned.
Yeah. Bubbles
Um,
can stay here.
I'm gonna make.
But,
a for Bubbles.
all of our other NPC minions here, I want them to basically support us in getting the people out. Don't get in the way. Don't try to fight. Defend yourselves if you need to, but like don't let
Mhm.
let our the A team, our SEAL Team 6,
Yeah.
handle the actual fighting.
They will do so. So you open this door to the north. And remember, this was a room where Zavid almost died. In that fountain there were brine sharks you didn't see that you got too close
I
to, and they
remember that.
jumped up and bit you, and they crit and like almost killed you. It was crazy. But you look that there's a sickly green sludge inside this water now. It's been polluted. There's filth all up in it.
That doesn't bother me. That just feels like something that, like, if I had to ask Khan, like, what is this? Oh, I'm like incubating a mucus reagent or something in there. I'd be like, okay, like it wouldn't bother me. Honestly, that's the least bad thing I've seen so far. We can clean that up.
Yeah, it's basically it's just toxic sludge. They just polluted.
Literally, if I didn't know any better, I would just assume it was something Khan was working on. I would not have even thought twice about it.
All right, so if you're going downstairs, you can close out of that map. I will drop all of you. Basically,
Like
right.
a bad habit.
Yeah. So here we are. I've put all of you essentially together now, but let me
Just,
rearrange.
like fall out of like
here.
a poor top of our friends. Ah!
It's more sort of like this.
Yeah. Being quiet. And kind of sneak down here and creep open this door and see Khan and Reese.
I want Zavid to give me a performance check to hide his face. No DC, but everyone else roll me perception.
Okay.
Performance or deception, your choice.
The same for me.
Okay.
Well, actually, I got a +1 from deception, but oh no!
Ooh. Wow.
Wow, actually, so a 25, we'll say, 25.
All of you beat it. Even with a 19. You can't hide your anger, Zavid. It's very obvious.
So, a slight change in how we're doing this. Garwinkle might know something important. Reese, if you could be so kind as to steal every bit of knowledge that you can from her.
It has.
Oh, anything that's useful to Khan, and then Khan, it'll be your knowledge that you invented, right? That this is
it's
like
always
your,
been.
of course. But just like anything that that might be useful, and then we're not going to kill her right away. We're going to cripple her. We're going to break her legs and her arms and her hands, every finger on her hand. We are going to make sure that she cannot do anything. We are going to make her beg for her life, for our forgiveness. And once we have destroyed her legacy, and she understands that she will never get any credit for any of the work that she's done, or claims to have done, when we have her understand that not only did she choose the wrong god, but everything that she ever accomplished is going to be undone in an instant once we're through. And once she realizes that anyone that still knows about her, we are going to convince them to forget about her so that she is completely forgotten. and that no one ever knew that she even existed in the first place, and she begs us for our forgiveness, I am going to feed her alive to Chompy. He is going to eat her slowly. And
Apart from one bone.
apart for a bone, we'll keep a bone, and that will who is that going to again? For Ares? Ares.
Ares.
Take that.
Khan's,
Did-
you're giving
what
this
did-
whole speech, and Khan's face is just kind of like getting more and more concerned.
She
But if you look at Danny, you'll probably notice that she's not protesting, which she would be the first to protest everything he's saying.
ate
So-
his cheese.
That's
All of
it?
No, it's the
No.
it's the cheese, the cheese wizard cheese, isn't it?
It's not.
We were
just
gonna
that.
have so many feasts with that cheese. Those
Reese.
are celebratory cheese.
Grace. Also, she went into your room and ripped up a lot of your mementos. Danny and I were very careful, and we mended the damage and cleaned everything up. So you haven't lost anything, but she tried. She tried to fuck with you.
And they
I
try to
watched-
cook Bubbles.
Tried to cook Bubbles in the oven. Bubbles lost his little wooden spoon. The grandfather clock, all smashed up, that we received from that family, that very nice family. And there's some pollution in the fountain. You might be able to actually get some use out of that, Khan. I'm not sure, but she has done everything she can to spite us for foiling her plans. And she does not understand that she is bringing down on her the wrath of a god. I want her to suffer to her last moment. I want her to realize that not only will she never be forgiven for what she's done, but that everything that she tried to do has failed around her. I want her to believe that she deserves this, because she does. I want her to understand that what's about to happen is just and good. That being ripped apart by Chompy is what she ought to have done to her
It is
for what she's done. Chompy was chained up under a magical lock and looks half starved and hungry. I don't even know if she's been feeding him this whole time. I looked at Khan, who still looks a little concerned. I say,
Yeah, as generally bloodthirsty as Khan is, even she's thinking like, this is kind of extreme.
She also stole the necklace given to you by Nawala.
I mean, that's a dick move, but like, it
I
doesn't.
listen, Khan. You know me, and you know how I like to extend mercy to a lot of our enemies who are just antagonists in the moment. Right? I mean, out with Chompy, Ankh, the Ghoul, Melina, all of them were antagonists. Hell, I even brought an arch nemesis back to life as a golem and made her my assistant, essentially, my sort of chosen. I am someone who believes in second chances for most. I do not believe that Garwinkle will even take a second chance, and if she did, it would be disingenuous and she would plot against us. She's too smart, and you intend on making sure the world knows that you are the one who's behind the plans in that book and those designs. There can't be two people that made those plans. You know what has to be done to make this happen. You know Garwinkle must be eliminated from this world so that no one will question the legitimacy of your genius.
Oh, don't worry. That's not the belt that I have a problem with. It just seems like, it could kind of be one and done real quick,
Yeah, it could be real quick, but
But we're not going to let that happen.
I don't want it to be quick.
All right, I
I-
get the idea. I'm not
I
going to delay
want
it on
her
the
to
delay.
suffer because she deserves it. And I also know that if she is in league with Nyarlathotep and he is, connected to her, he will be seeing what we do to those that follow him. And he will know that when the time comes, he will face the same fate.
Can we take his godhood and become that god?
It would be very difficult. I have a feeling that he's going to try and escape this multiverse before we have a chance to do that. But
Yeah, but we can just follow him.
let's talk about that later. Let's torturously kill this fucking gnome now. And Zavid like takes a breath. He goes, and by the way, I understand that this is a little out of character for me, but do you remember Archibald Finibus, dickhead idiot guy?
Yeah.
Remember how we were with him?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that right now. This is how I'm feeling.
Okay.
It's one of those moments.
Yeah, either Glasswick Finibus, whom Khan you stabbed in the chest and then hit his ejector seat and launched him into lava, or the other one, Archibus Baldebard.
Baldebard is who I meant to say.
Either of these are great examples, though. But Archibus Baldebard, whom Khan and Danny murdered on his knees in his underwear in a brothel.
Good.
Well deserved, I might add.
Ah, that was great.
Yeah.
But it's another one of them.
It's one of those moments of like, I don't reserve this level of judgment to people willy-nilly. But the cheese was just pushing it over the edge. I knew we were going to kill her. I knew we were going, for everything that she'd done to the people that we love and this town. I mean, that's horrific and deserving of death on its own. But then the spite, the extra shit that she did. She didn't need to destroy or eat or whatever all the cheese. She didn't need to go through Reese's Mementos and just rip them up out of petty spite. That's where I'm like, oh, she's gonna suffer. Oh yeah, she's suffering then. Like, it could have just been quick, but she's asking, she wants us to make her suffer. That's, in my brain, that's what it means. It's like, so you want to be destroyed in a slow, agonizing way.
Oh, you want the smoke. You want the smoke.
You want that. I understand now. You that's what you wanted. Okay. For as smart as she is, she's pretty stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready?
Intelligence, not wisdom, my friend. Intelligence, not wisdom.
I also want to be clear, out of character. I would not wish this on anybody. This is an in-character choice. And Zavid is the kind of person who's chaotic good generally.
This is a rare moment for Zavid.
This is a bit more of a neutral sort of thing.
This is a rare moment, but
I want vengeance.
she needs it. If anyone has earned it, it's Garwinkle. So I'm gonna need some stealth checks if you're heading to the next room.
All of our magic stealth.
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be a mean girl bully to this fucking Garwinkle. I'm gonna like cut her hair and make her look real like ugly and dumb. Like shade half her head in a dumb
You're gonna
way.
say that like the most popular guy in school asked her to the dance, but when she shows up, he's actually like, I would never ask you.
I'm gonna cover her
Exactly.
in blood, Carrie style, and put a bunch of chicken feathers on her and make her like. We're gonna humiliate her. This is
I
gonna
am
be
so happy you guys hate her so
Period.
much. I worked hard to make you guys hate her. I'm glad it's working.
when if Demirius ever saw this, he would not be our friends anymore. I feel like this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna be like, Sarah and Ray would object to me standing by and doing nothing while you do this.
So I have your stealths, so you can go ahead and walk in as your leisure. And then perception checks as well, please.
Does someone have silence?
Danny can cast silence.
Would you mind immediately when we get in there casting silence on her?
Yes. Would you like me to put her in the force cage?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I
Also,
don't want
I'm
her
gonna
to speak
I'm
until
gonna
we
cast,
are ready.
what's it called? Freedom of movement on myself.
Good call. What you see in this room, though, is, Zavid, you recognize immediately that this is one of the main grow chambers for the mushrooms. And you can see there's still the little fairy rings of small mushrooms, but the large, difficult to grow, very rare, very
Stomped
extra
on,
delicious,
destroyed.
stomped on, destroyed,
Sure.
picked up,
Why
ripped
not?
up, gone.
That's all right. At this point, it's just
It's just more.
There's nothing she could, if it was like cultivated and grown. Actually, she took care of this room. That wouldn't save her. I wouldn't care.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't matter what she did at this
Doesn't
point.
matter.
It's over for her.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And a little sign that says, "I'm sorry." Like, sorry, that's not good enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that?
I made an oopsies. Oh my god. So, do you do anything in this room before moving to the next? Or just take a
I
note,
guess-
We
get
walk
pissed,
in,
and
we
move
walk
on?
in, spell slung. She doesn't get a chance to speak.
Okay.
I think Khan, will like put a hand on Zavid's like elbow and be like,
Okay.
let me have this.
She did want to make an entrance.
Oh, of
Does-
course.
We
Sorry, I'm
Spark.
a little emotional right now.
If you can,
Perhaps
if you
I-
can save your bloodlust for like 2 minutes, that'd be excellent.
You know
we have
what?
to do this.
Please.
Real
I-
quick, did she look magical? When we
No, not at all. In fact, I'll share the image right now. What you see through the cavern door, I think Zavid was the only one to see her before, because he was warging through the eyes of Wisp. You see this pink-haired gnome that, Zavid, she's bisected at the waist. She doesn't have legs. And she is a part of this machine. It's essentially a prosthetic. It's a big fancy prosthetic.
Yeah.
It has a buzzsaw for a hand, another claw for a hand. It's got a beak in the center, gizmos, doodads, levers, steam hissing, big clawed feet. She's standing atop, again, Zavid, the rarest, primest mushrooms that you grew. With this one, she's just standing on them, crushing them.
Sorry.
And in between you is the massive, spiky, red-skinned, with steam coming out of its nostrils, sharp rows of teeth. I have dubbed the Potentioraptor, the stealer of potential and skill, with its cobra as a tail, also nostrils burning and steaming. This is what you see before you, and I'll tell you, you rolled high enough on your stealth, they don't see you. And to answer your question, Danny, no, she does not look magical at all.
I apologize to sorry. I'm a little emotional. But you have a plan. Go ahead.
That's right. I do have a plan.
And here's a 9th level heroism. Or not heroism.
Yes.
Whatever it is, it gives you the +3 on all your shit.
I think it's heroism, yeah, let's...
It might be
let's
heroism.
check.
It might be actually. Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah, describe what you're doing and I'll give you that spell once
Okay.
Fantasy Grounds catches up.
Khan, the first thing she wants to do is cast invisibility on herself.
Okay, great.
But you don't need to. You have Wog.
It's the same thing. She can just
Yeah.
use it. You don't have to burn a spell slot. is
Oh,
all.
okay, cool.
Yeah, then I'll walk to go invisible.
Okay.
Then I'm going to drink the potion of etherealness.
Okay.
Khan is going to. Well, first of all, she sees the ethereal plane and all the strangeness. I imagine it's just kind of like the chalk zone version of regular reality.
So what a
What is
reference.
wow reference? Take a hero
Amazing.
point for that reference. Good God. I gave you that heroism buff, the 9th level heroism. I gave you that.
Yeah. Khan kind of like sneaks past the chalky outline of the Potentioraptor.
Steals your potential.
Yeah. She's sneaking up behind the mech. She's going to come out of the ethereal plane. So she needed a whole ass potion for like 60
30
feet
seconds.
of movement. Yeah. And she's going to use her new sharpened shears to actually wait. While
Don't
she
wanna
wants
use your
to set off the
god-slaying
smoke
weapon?
bomb.
Ah, yes. Where are you setting the smoke bomb? I might have a smoke asset.
Exactly in the middle of the room.
Like right on that bridge where
Yes.
where you and Noala kissed for the first time?
Yes.
Yes. So there's a huge yeah, there you go. Big thing of smoke.
Yeah. And you know how in like fucking like Batman movies or Batman cartoons he'll like talk and people are like, it's just a freaking bat.
It's the bat.
and you like can't quite tell where the voice is coming from, or it's like moving too fast for you to be able to tell. I want her to hear Khan's voice rapidly moving around the room, like, how long did you think it would take before I found out what you stole?
What? Who are you? Who is that?
And then like echoing laughter.
What?
You can see
Deep
her
in
looking
your
around.
soul. Deep in your soul, you know the weight of your guilt tugs at your heart.
Guilt? What are you blathering on about? Show yourself!
You know what you stole from me. And then like really quick, Vaughn starts cutting shit. Just like opens up a back panel, like
Into her, like pulling out important wires.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say we're gonna need crafting. Gonna go with a 45, I think. You can have guidance from someone because you had time to prepare. So you can add a
Fantastic.
+1. And you're already getting a +3 from heroism.
Crafting, come on.
Oh, speaking of crafting, I gave
Oh, that was
because
almost a natty 20.
it was
So.
still a crit.
Nice
It's still a crit though.
go.
But speaking of crafting, because you all finished the space adventure with the Stellar Degenerate and the Civ Rack, I made you all mythic in your Civ skills. So I've added a +2 to each of those,
Ooh.
like Civ Tech, Civ Rack Lore, 12-fold Dance, and Civ Song. Not super important in the moment. I just thought I'd mention it. But a 55 is a perfect crit. So just describe what you're doing. Oh my god, pulling important
Hans-
shit.
Khan's still invisible. She
Mhm.
she mostly like cast invisibility in the other room so she wouldn't have to do it now. It's like, I mean, it is like a rat climbing onto your clothing, seeking its claws, and it moves too fast. You just can't get it off of you. You're like, and the mech is like trying to bat away this strange force that seems to be causing systemic failure. And every Khan is just like scurrying, a phantom, cutting everything that seems even remotely important with her sharpened little shears. If there's like an exhaust port, she pours sugar down it. If she can find those healing potions, she like she'll try to poison them. She's just doing everything in her power to cause harm to this machine.
I'll say on this first round, what in this surprise round, I'll tell you what you're able to do.
Okay.
First, roll 5d12 publicly because it was a crit, and then I am going to. Okay, 37 damage. That's pretty good. And then let's see. Do I want that one?
Not
Sure.
content with stealing my mechanical designs, you also stole my Potentiraptor from me?
The Potentiraptor that I made in my
I
lab.
invented. So what I'm going to say is because you crit, you are going to disable one of her abilities. And I'll even tell you what it is. She can no longer use Biological Override. It was a 2-action ability. Dr. Garwinkle targets the Potentiraptor or an adjacent creature. She could target herself. The target gains fast healing 30 for 3 rounds, or gains a +2 status bonus to attack and damage rolls for 3 rounds, or immediately removes one condition except doomed or dying. She can't do that now. But that is the end of your surprise. I'm going to say everyone needs to roll initiative, please.
That's fine.
And
That's fine.
we do the
Yes, you can roll stealth if you would like for your initiative.
Oh no!
Oh
You know
no!
what? I'm using my chalk
You
center
can-
point.
Yeah, you can hero point it.
Wait a second. I rolled a nat 15, you rolled a nat 1.
Wait,
and you're
why
only
am I
2 below
rolling
me?
so many dice?
Khan's initiative is crazy.
Yeah, why are you-
Because she's got like heroism and stuff.
I rolled a
Oh yeah, what did you do?
19
Reese?
plus
I have
37.
no idea.
Yeah, that's
So
46,
56.
56. Okay. I'll find you in a second there,
Thank
Reese.
you. I have no idea.
There we go.
You
56.
also wasted a lot
There.
of really good rolls too.
I
on
know,
that.
right?
Yep. So Connor, you said you're Oh, you already did 47. That still puts you pretty high. Brick.
I
Need to
would
get it.
87 initiative.
Okay, Ariel Arwen. Ciprogrod needs his. Anyone else? I think that'll be it. What is Danny's? Do you know what your number was, Danny?
44.
44? Okay, so I need to give you the doggos and the catto. So that's initiative 43.5
Since
and 43.5.
since Reese and Khan would have them, would they be able to go on their turns?
Sure, actually. Yes. Which one was which with whom?
Aries is with Reese and I'm sorry, Arwen is with Reese and Arwen. You know what I mean, trust.
Okay.
The dog is with Khan.
Okay, I think I got it. And then Arwen.
Know exactly how I want her to die.
I think I got it.
I figured it out.
Nice. Okay, so first up is going to be Reese, and then Con, you're on deck.
All right,
Reese
great.
with Arwen. You can be riding Arwen if you'd like.
I will, and it's gonna Atticus. And he just he'll be on top of Arwen. Gonna move Arwen. What's
You can move them at the same time by holding shift and clicking both of them, and they'll move at the same time. Like you click one, hold shift, click the other, then they'll move as a unit. Yeah. So you ride in, and your stealth was high enough. This thing doesn't hear you. So I imagine Arwen is being sneaky leopard, holding her flames down low. And what do you do as you get into this? Because you know the creature is right there next to you.
Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is a really cool method, which I think what I'll do is have Reese like slide under it with blades and like,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and then he's gonna hop back on the. It needs to look really.
Okay, I have made it your target. Go ahead and attack it. And actually, because you will have a rogue dedication and you are going before it in combat, it is off guard to you. There you go. That doesn't come up often.
I'll use the dark silver.
Sounds good. Stabbing up right as you slide under it. Ooh, nat 17. That's got to hit. Yeah, that's a hit. Not a crit. Reese, you have hits. You've hit the Potentioraptor. So go ahead and roll damage. And if you're Woggin, you can roll again. You did 31 damage, but it resisted several down to 12. If you hit again, I'll have to give it an additional 15 damage because that's the point of Wog. Your damage counts as 1. So if you hit it again, I'll give it an extra 15 damage.
Oh, if I hit it again?
Yeah. Oh, roll to hit
Roll
again?
to hit? Okay.
Yeah.
Backward.
Yeah, do it backwards.
What? Oh my god, no, stop it. I must
don't
be
know why it
hitting
keeps
a
doing
button.
that. Well, they were both 13s. But the 13 plus 34 is 47. That is enough for a hit. Yeah, so I'll give it another 15 damage. So that's 48. You've done 48 total damage that got through, Reese, on that one with one action. So you still have 2 actions remaining, I guess.
Yes.
Or no, 1 is your movement. So you have 1 real. Whatever. Just take your turn. You're good.
And then I think actually spear. I'm gonna throw it at the direction of what's her.
Nice.
It right on her.
You will be at your lowest penalty for this because you've already attacked twice.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Yeah. You may want to go in and try and steal her knowledge. That was part of your plan.
Yes.
Before Khan rips her throat out.
I can't.
Or before Zavid does. Why not? Well, you had 1 to attack, and Arwen is using the movement speed. So if you just have Arwen keep moving and not...
thank God.
If
All
Arwen
right.
doesn't attack, Arwen can continue moving over to here, and you can get right up next to her, as long as Arwen doesn't attack.
Arwen's I won't have.
We could say Arwen leapt over the Potentioraptor as you slid beneath it, striking,
Yeah.
and then you Legolased back up onto Arwen and get up next to Garwinkle. You're level 20. You can do shit like that
And
now.
you made it look effortless too.
Oh,
Effortless
yeah.
because
Very
you know.
Plaza expression, like woo, ha.
Kitty!
Exactly. 20th level ranger, it looked like nothing. So let's get that spell cast. This is going to be fun. And just remember, Danny, I don't know if you want to use this now or for your force cage, but you have your Hierophant ability where you can burn a spell slot to increase the DC of a spell. And I let you use it with Khan once when she decapitated Urgathoa. So I've set precedent for allowing you to use that for someone else. So if you want, you can make Reese's DC for stealing this knowledge higher. You don't have to, but I'm saying you can.
That's not a part of like where we all join forces and do
No,
something.
that's just
Okay.
your Hierophant thing.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Cool. So what level spell do you want to burn? You can burn up to 10th to add up to 10 to this DC that Reese is about to use.
Let me see real quick.
Just depends on how badly you want that info.
How many 10 level spells do I get?
1. You would have had to take a feat to get an extra spell slot like Zavid did. He took that feat. So he gets 2 a day.
I don't even have 10th level spell. I don't even have a 10th level spell to pick from, so...
There's a few. There's like Gate and I don't even remember. I think there's Wail of the Banshee or something. You can make people's heads explode. I don't remember all the bard ones. They're cool.
I don't even have it at the moment, so...
That's fine.
Sure, let's give
Want
that
to just burn
to
it then? Make it
Yeah.
make it even 10 levels harder? Holy shit. Okay, Reese.
All right. So what am I rolling?
It's actually on me. I will roll. So you're doing Umbral Mind Theft, correct? Okay. So Umbral Mind Theft. Let's read this real quick because this is important. You prefer you use the steal action to attempt to take one lore skill proficiency from a creature instead of stealing an item. Oh, okay. So it's not. Is it? Does she get a save? No. Okay, I guess no, she doesn't get a DC. So I'll just let you add that 10 to Reese's roll. So no guidance, no aid, but you get a plus 10 on this roll, Reese. Roll me a thievery check with a plus 10. And you need to get what is her?
We're
Can-
trying to learn.
Yeah, and tell me, what do you talk to each other? What are you trying to learn? You could have planned this ahead of time. What are you trying to learn from
I'm
her?
thinking who that voice was would be a good thing to scoop up. Like, what were those conversations like? And who
Can
was it with?
Can I also fight that Reese should get an 11 because I am doing lingering or hero, whatever that thing is called I used to do.
Oh yeah, your plus 1 thingy. That's only for attack and damage. Yeah, so not on that one. But I guess this is the first thing Reese is doing in combat. You could have had guidance. I gave con guidance. You can have an 11. But this is going to be 47 DC. Okay, so it looks like you need a nat 10. Yeah, these look like it's 50-50. That's actually not so bad.
What the fuck?
Oh, that was almost a nat 20 again.
Who's my hero? Okay, never mind.
I
I also have one.
There you go. 30 plus
Plus
11. Yeah. So 40 50. So you cleared a 50 on this. Reese, what does this look like as you pluck information from her brain?
I feel like also like being like his like can't tell what he's but he's just like almost like it looks like he's trying to fuck something, so he looks kind of stupid. But as he's doing the information for him didn't and every ball and it just kind of goes into it and
And so you were trying to find the voice that they're talking to? All right. We've done kind of visions in the past when you've done this. You get a vision of her at the Kogito Machinist, the foundry that you destroyed ages ago. You see her walk behind a secret door that none of you had ever noticed. That she even looks around to make sure Glastwick doesn't see. So it seems that he didn't even notice she had this door. And she walks down into her secret lab beneath the foundry that, again, you didn't realize was there. That you suddenly realize is probably still there. But she walks down to her laboratory, and you can see her at a computer screen typing away. And to her right is a large tank. It's like some kind of a liquid in it. It's like a tiny little thing floating in the center, bubbles all around it. It's about the size of a peanut. It's got little wires coming off of it. But you see her typing at this computer screen, and behind her, wispy shadows start to kind of appear, coming up, wrapping around her, whispering in her ear. She can't hear any of it. You can't make it out loud. It's all silent. And as she's getting whispered in, she stands up and walks across her lab. And you see 4 cylinders of frosted glass with figures inside. But you can't make out any details. Then everything goes normal again. Your vision returns.
I am so upset for Khan that she keeps going into her secret labs and fucking with her experiments. Bullshit. Do
Did
something
you
for
get
yourself
any
for once.
damage?
I don't think that does any damage, no. It just, I've given you Lord Garwinkle because I can't think of a better way to put it.
Okay.
But that's going to be the end of Reese's turn because Arwen just moved to get you over there. That makes it Khan. You're up, and Zavid, you're close. It's Khan, then Garwinkle, then you.
All right. Is Garwinkle flat-footed?
Absolutely. Between
All right.
you getting the drop on her and Reese being on the other side of her, yes, she's 100% off guard.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Then.
Oh, and did you leave Ares at the back? Or are you going to have him come in or whatever? Because you can have Ares do whatever you need.
Yeah. I guess Khan doesn't need Ares right now.
You want him to tank the Potentioraptor?
Yeah.
Cool.
I want him to be on team distraction.
Cool. Let's take care of Ares real quick. That'll be fast.
Yeah.
If you have his window open still, you can scroll down to either Jaws or Claws. I'll make it's now his target. You can just double click on where it says Jaws or Claws.
Double click.
Mm-hmm. Or drop it on her, either one. That's a hit. Come on, Ares takes a big bite out of this creature. And then you can do the same with the damage, just where it says damage, 3D, whatever.
Oh, easy peasy.
Yeah, see, it's easy. And 25 damage goes through off of 39. Not bad, Ares. That'll be the end of Ares. So now you can take your turn proper.
All right. I'm gonna cast haste on myself and use 2 actions for that.
Okay, I can give you haste. That gives you an extra action immediately. Sure.
Yeah. I'm going to attack.
All right. Stabbing down into this gnome.
Just scroll through. Which is stuff.
God, that was a lot of rolls. Yeah, that's a hit, 50. Nat 12 is a 50? Good God, Con.
Wow.
So much damage. 35, a little bit resisted because there's so much metal in the way. It's hard to actually get to her because of all the shit that's just there. But you still managed to get 35 damage purchased into her. And I think you have 1 action and Con's Bladed Blade.
All right. If I were to do like a sabotage action, what would you call that? Like sabotage the machine?
Thievery.
Thievery. All right. Yeah, Con just like keeps pulling at wires.
Okay. I'll do the same DC I gave to Reese, 47. Yeah, you're gonna
37.
need a hero point that dog.
Yeah, why not? But then I won't do any more hero points after that to keep some.
There you go. That was a nat 15. 52. So more than enough. 5 over the DC. Uh, to what are you trying to do? Sabotage another ability or something?
Yeah. Let's say that she goes over, she clambers over because she's still climbing on this machine, to one of the arms, and she starts trying to she tries to destroy its power line so that it couldn't move.
I will give her a -2 to attacks. How about that?
There we go. That's fantastic.
There you go. Yeah, she now has -2 to her attacks because of that. So now you still have your free action of Khan's Bladed Blade if you would like to take it.
Absolutely. Swing and a miss. That's fine.
Swing
All right.
and a miss. It's a free action. It doesn't even matter.
Mhm.
Okay, Ares already went. Yes. Okay. So, oh wait, do I want that? Yeah, I want that. There we go. It is the turn of. Why do I keep doing this up? There we go. Perfect. So it is Garwinkle's turn after Ares. So she cannot do biological override. That's because Khan got rid of it. Okay, I know what she's gonna do.
Like using like levers and tapping buttons, and things are like getting. She's like, God damn it! She can't do what she wants to do.
Okay. She's seeing all of this stuff. She says, need to get more abilities. And she slams down a button and says, initiate scans! Initiate skill scanner! And Khan, you get bathed in red light. I need you to roll me a DC 47 fortitude save.
Ooh, you got it.
Ooh, failure. You gonna let it ride or you gonna hero point it?
I'm gonna let it ride.
You gonna let it ride, huh? Khan, she has stolen your proficiency to thievery. You can now no longer use thievery.
Khan stares at her
Locked.
little wire cutters huh?
Oh.
What? Huh?
Yeah, she has she now has your proficiency in thievery. So what are you, legendary master? Yes, you are
have to guide her for
untrained
that.
in legendary.
Oh,
Oh,
so stealing from me again, I see.
Oh, yeah.
you will not get away. Simone, attack them!
And then she's going to swing around and try to hit you with her servo claw, Con, but you made it weaker, so she's probably going to miss. Not unless she rolls a natty 20. But you're invisible. I still got through it, though. So,
All right.
But it did roll the flat check. Got lucky on this one. So you do take a crit, Con, unfortunately. She smashes you for 59 damage, just wildly flailing this claw. And then she says,
Simone, we're under attack. Get them. Now, come, darkness, my old friend.
as Zavid, next to you appears what you recognize as a shadow golem. Oh, you're not in the room yet. Well, now I've just said it, but you can see in the room. You can see it. A shadow golem appears out of the darkness. It has floating lanterns that absorb light floating around it. It has a mask of shadow and a long spear made out of umbral darkness.
Attack them, darkness, my old friend.
What it does is it hurls its shadow great spear at you, Con, because you are the most dangerous one here right now. Nat 3 though, that was a crit miss. Hell yeah! But then it is going to swoop in, coming to the aid of Garwinkle right here, and it gets one more attack, I guess. Gonna try one more time with a Shadow Spike to Reese because you are here. Nat 15. Still a miss because you have crazy AC. But Ares is done. Garwinkle is done. Zavid, you are up. Gotta hydrate. You're good.
I'm not worried. Darkness, the shadow golem. These are our worries. We need to get the people out. I crawl on all fours like a little freak and climb into its mouth.
Acrobatics.
Let's see, acrobatics. We're gonna do a hero point.
Yeah.
I wasted my guy's head.
There you go. It was a 45 DC, 49. What do you do here? It's very distracted fighting Ares with the smoke bomb, and this has all happened within about 5 seconds.
As Ares has bitten into its side, it like is thrashing around, I imagine. Its big mouth can't reach Ares because it's got like a thick neck, so it's probably gonna try to get Ares with the tail. So it's focusing on like looking at Ares to try and like nab it with the tail. While it's looking at Ares, this black, shadowy, crawling thing launches itself at its mouth, like a gunk, like venom. Like hits its face and then goes into its mouth.
And yeah, you managed to get down. Do you want to do anything with the rest of your actions on the way down? I say you'll have one action to do something on the way down, and then we'll move on to the next turn. But you made it with that roll. That was a great roll.
I know I got rid of the beats for snare crafting. But I am still a very good crafter. I've got a master in crafting. Master's degree in crafting. Could I create a splint, like a support, a scaffold, in its throat to open it up so coming out will be easier. So I'm not like restrained as its like throat is closed or something.
That's
like
a good idea. Sure. Just put a stick in, even. Just a pole like Luke Skywalker in the trash compactor.
Out of my shadow, I pull out what's essentially a wood beam that you would put in a mine shaft that I use to prop open. And so it's like it's got something stuck in its throat. It's not its trachea, so it can breathe, but it's esophagus. It's like when you swallow something when you're like you don't have enough liquid and it gets stuck there and you can feel it. That's what it feels like for him, I bet. Like, and then I continue to descend, and I use I've got like a ghoul like claws that I can use to climb up the organic walls in case I need to like move around, so I don't just free fall. If that makes sense.
Okay. And I have moved the blood ghoul into position to help ferry people out, but they're not going to be a combatant. Danny, you are now up. Oh, she walked away. Danny was gonna use the phase potion and phase into the machine, into the thing, right? So we want to just have her do that. I think that was the plan, right? Okay. So we'll have Danny drink that potion of phasing that Khan made, the ether potion, and she will just simply go through the creature's flesh.
I think you see there's an opening like in its because remember Reese went under and sliced the belly.
That's
so she
right.
might be, okay.
She could easily just slip in through that.
It's like he marked the spot for her to go in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good call. Good call. So yes, Reese is Dan. Oh, she's back. Hey, it's your turn, but we think we know what we wanted to do. But if you want to edit this, let us know. It's Danny's turn, and the plan was to have her drink the potion of like ether walk and have her slip into the creature with Zavid. And Reese, having sliced open its belly a little bit, left like a perfect little spot. Go right there. Anything different you want to do to that?
I was gonna make the creature eat me.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Your
You
call.
could also save
you
that
can do
potion
that.
for when you want to leave.
Yeah,
That is
that
true.
too. That also works. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna keep the potion because I feel like
Cool.
that's going to be important.
And Zavid did just put a scaffolding inside its throat to make it easier to get down and out.
Now, my question is,
Mm-hmm.
is heat metal a thing?
Yes, you're a druid.
I would like to, as I'm getting ready to be eaten by the creature, I would like to look at this mech, and I would like to heat metal.
It's a prosthetic.
The whole thing is made of metal. Would she have to signify like what part of the thing that has to be heated up, right?
I mean, depending on the level of the spell, if you want to go all out and cast it at like 9th level, also you can just burn the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. I feel like that makes sense.
The higher level you cast it, the more
The
of it
bigger
you
the
can
item.
heat.
I don't have it on my spell list, but because it's druid,
I'm throwing it on right now. Oh, so I guess if it's a druid's, well, you could burn your bard spells. I don't care.
So I'd like to do it at if you'd let me, I'd like to do it at 9th level.
9th level, cool. 1 second, I will drop that here on your 9th level slot spells right there.
What was our demigod powers that we got? Doesn't that allow us to like have spell flexibility, or somebody had that? I completely forgot what I had.
Yours is to burn a spell slot to increase your AC, basically like the shield spell, but you can ramp it up to 10. And Danny's was burning a spell slot to add a DC to a spell, but she already just did that. She did it for Reese. But heat metal, it is a, what is the saving throw? Reflex save. Okay. So it would be against your reflex, which is, I think, 40 or 42, somewhere in there. Bard. 42, I was right. So, this is going to probably hurt a lot if she rolls bad. So, 42. Oh, wait, I guess we can make her roll it this way. So you're rolling it on Garwinkle. And then 9th level, heat metal. Oh, come on, why is... Oh, I can add that. Spell DC, Dex, Reflex, 42. There it goes. How is that didn't work right. Let me just roll it from her. I was trying to roll it from Danny's sheet, but that didn't work right.
Ignore the random stuff. I thought I was deleting.
Oh no, she just has a really low dexterity, I guess. But you know, when I rolled it, she rolled a natural 2. She rolled a 31. So Danny, that's a critical failure. Okay, this is gonna hurt a whole hell of a lot. Do you want to roll the damage, or do you want me to do it for you?
How much damage do I roll?
So it starts. Oh no. Jeez. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 16d6
Oh yeah, I want that.
fire damage. So go ahead and you can either type /roll space 16d6, or you can just click.
I'm just clicking because it's
Do it.
satisfying.
That is satisfying. So go ahead.
6,
I would not
7, 8,
deprive you
9,
of that joy.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's see. So, how do I do this?
Just drop it in the
Get
chat.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16d6.
I'm trying to
Heat
drop
metal
it in the
scale's
chat.
really good. Just drop it in the chat window whenever.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, okay. Fantasy Grounds is probably just taking
It's just
time.
being difficult.
It does that.
16.
Grounds is
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so what was it? Because it won't let me just have it.
Here, type /roll into the chat box.
/roll.
Space 16d6, and then hit enter.
D 16.
There it goes.
Oh, that is
46 damage. I will add that
There's
to
a
her.
lot of ones.
That was a lot of ones. So that's 7. Okay, she's not quite bloody, but her mech is burning, and she also gets persistent damage off of that. I should have kept that open to see how much it is.
And as that happens,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go to the creature and be like, because I would imagine it would be free to be eaten.
Sorry, what would be free to be eaten?
if I just go to the creature and just go, hey,
Yeah, that's a
hey,
free action, sure.
you ugly bastard! Hey.
In addition to that fire damage, she is now going to be taking 8d4 persistent fire every round until she rolls high enough. Actually, it is its turn, so I want you to roll me nature or diplomacy or intimidation, your choice.
Let's go with mm,
You need a 41.
let's go with intimidation. How often do we use that?
That one.
Not good.
But that might actually work
that
in this
aids
case.
you.
Yeah.
In this specific case, that might actually work. Because it is its turn now. So I'm going to say that's the end of your turn. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Yes. Okay. What it's going to do is it's going to whip its tail around, Danny. Wrap it around your waist, this big red cobra, and it's going to pick you up and shove you down its gullet because you're the least intimidating thing possible. You rolled a nat 1 on an intimidation check. You're just a little morsel.
Just
So
a
it's
little
gonna
guy.
it's gonna straight pop you down its throat. I think a 20 or a 1 would have been perfect in this instance. So yeah, Danny, you go down. So that's one action. It's gonna spin around, use its second action to attack Ares with its jaws.
I would take its damage.
It does crit Ares with a nat 20. So yes, you will take half. So I'll split that here in a second. So 109. God damn. So Ares actually takes 54 damage, and Danny, you will also take 54 damage.
Can I fight to have all of it?
Sure, actually. Sure, if you'd like. 109. You magically pull all of this damage from your dog as you begin to bleed from the sides. Ares, I'll get rid of that damage. He's at full health still. Cool. Yeah, no problem. Then it gets one more attack. It's going to claw at Ares since he's the only thing in range. Miss. And everyone's like, yeah, okay, you can just take 109 damage, no problem. Yep. Okay, so again, Ankh is going to rush into this room, getting himself into place. Ciprogrod, however, he would have been with you this whole time. He is ready. Let's see. There it is. He's going to run into this room, leaping over Simone the Potential Raptor, landing next to you, Reese, and his ability Calm Until Provoked finally kicks in. Ciprogrod cannot use his Fury abilities until he sees Dr. Garwinkle. So immediately, Ciprogrod, as he lands next to you, Reese, you and Khan both smell an acrid, acidic smell as you see the plating, the seams in between each plate on his armor begins to steam as acid bubbles up in between each seam. And he takes a leaping attack at Dr. Garwinkle here with his bow staff. Hitting her. Good with a 50. Hell yeah. And he has acid-blooded strikes because he's raging, which adds 4d8 acid damage to his attacks. So he deals 14 physical damage plus 16 acid. So he does 20 damage to Dr. Garwinkle as he slams his bow staff into her head. Vengeance is mine, you accursed gnome. You will pay for everything you have done, not only to me, but to the orcs of Belkson, the gnomes of the north, and to Lux Et Umbra. You will answer. End of Ciprogrod's turn. Brick gets himself again into place to help out anyone you save. And let's see. That's not happening yet. Top of the round, Tuya. Reese, you're up.
Do we want to
Oh,
start
it's
this?
3. Is it 3:30? Shit. Yeah, let's go ahead and
Yeah, let's
can't
start
call it
this
here,
next
top
one.
of the round. I didn't realize what time it was. Yeah, so we will call it here. Right in the middle of combat, you have got this new shadow golem. You're weakening them very quickly, taking this over. But you still have the adventure within the creature and dealing with Garwinkle herself. So hope everyone will join us next time. Hopefully next week. We'll see. Probably by ear. But hopefully you will join us then. See you all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.